Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
What's up, fam? We are live from the Real Talk Studios here in Mount Ephraim. It's another edition of Agree to Disagree. Obviously, I'm not the boss, Thomas Arnone. Joined to my left by Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, LaRalpho Ball in the ones and twos.
Good to see Ralphie.
Yeah, Ralphie's good.
It's like, twice a year sometimes I get to see Ralph.
He lost his sleep.
He lost his sleep. What else? There's a couple of guys on this.
Probably hanging out with Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck's
and
Chrome, you know. I'm Greg Milakovic. This is Agree to Disagree. Brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Specialized Physical Therapy. You can find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. They have 3 locations, Cherry Hill, Princeton, and Burlington. A lot to talk about today.
Doc Paul Vidal, by the way.
Did I miss Paul? Did I miss his name?
I got his name.
Oh, my bad. Well done. Dr. Paul Vidal from Specialized Physical Therapy. A lot to talk about. Huge breaking news late last night. Andrew Luck announces his retirement from the NFL. It has thrown everybody into some sort of frenzy, whether it's warranted or not. It has been crazy.
Yeah, bunch of clueless idiots out there.
Yeah, you got your personal opinions, you got your fantasy opinions, you got your your sports opinions, whatever it is. You're getting it from every side.
Yeah.
And, we talked about it before the show, and we'll discuss it briefly. It's asinine. It's asinine. I mean, like I said, you can have any opinion you want. Nobody's telling you what opinion to have, all right? But the guy's body is battered and broken. You understand? If you didn't play sports, and I didn't play in the NFL either, all right? So just imagine that times 1,000, all right? When you go to the local YMCA and you go play with your buddies and you can't fucking walk for 2 days, all right? Times that by 1,000,
yeah.
All right? I mean, they didn't give him any line, all right? For years, the guy got beat up, got hit more than anybody in the game, got sacked. It was just absolutely ridiculous, So I mean, the shoulders dangling. I mean, it's one thing after the other. You saw that, he was a broken man in that press conference.
I'm sure he's heartbroken.
It's not an easy decision,
Yeah.
all right? You don't want to let people down, all right? But if you can't look yourself in the mirror and do it anymore, and walk to the refrigerator. Like nobody knows just because he came back last year. Like, oh, he's healthy.
Back.
He's back. He's not.
And he had a great year.
Yeah.
But
he
probably first off, even half the year last year, he was throwing kind of lollipops because his arm wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
So you know that he's hurting. You know he's dying. So that's just the whole thing. And these guys that come out like never traitor to his team and all that. Shut up, moron. That's why you have backups. All right. See, Jacoby Brissett's been there for years.
He's been in the league a while.
They'll be okay.
He knows the
offense.
offense.
If you can't play, you're hurting your team if you stay on. I'm sure he wanted to.
Listen,
15 days before the season. You know why? Because he wanted to he was giving it his all to go.
Yeah, if your head's
can't
not
do
in
it.
If your head's not in it, then you can't. Physically, you're not going to be there either. You know what I mean? And like I said, it just goes to show you, when we talk about all the time, all right, how winning you win up front,
yep.
All right? Because you got to protect that guy. That's your franchise guy, and there's no reason to go back now. It's 6 years ago, all right? But that's the first thing you do, all right? Especially now, even though it's now more than ever, it's a quarterback league, all right?
Yep.
But that's the guy you protect the most, all right? And there's a reason why, not comparing the two, but there's a reason why a guy in New England wants to play till he's 45. Guy's untouched. All right, unfucking touched. All right, and part of it's him, his greatness, and getting rid of football, and that's fine like that. But right, that guy's been untouched his whole career. Right, you don't play till you're 45 if you get beat up all the time.
No, you're
constantly,
absolutely right.
And you saw the one time that they got to him. Right?
They made a rule.
He even made a rule now. Yeah, exactly. Right? No, you're right. Absolutely, brother. You're right. I mean, you can't touch the quarterback.
Yeah.
They made several rules now. But,
There's been multiple.
All right. So
Multiple rules.
It's just, to throw rocks from your glass houses, people, it's unbelievable. I mean, just, just don't mistake the fact that you're a fan, that you got, that you can just, anything you say is going to be warranted.
Yeah.
These people don't care about what your opinion. All right. So either you can talk about it, and that's what the beauty of sports radio is, and conversations, and living in America. Hey, we all have our opinions, all right? But these guys don't care, all right? Just because they make millions of dollars, and you go to see them, that doesn't mean you have you got the
they don't
right.
owe you anything.
Yeah, exactly. You got the right to tell them what they got to do. They got to play for 15 years. He's my franchise quarterback. The Indianapolis fans booed when they found out yesterday. That's just it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
man.
crumb.
Grow up.
Crumb.
Yeah.
Crumb.
So later in the show, we will touch on our crumbs of the week. Also, college football is back.
Yeah.
The game wasn't super exciting last night, but it was real football finally. You know what I mean? We're watching real football again. Gators did hold off on the Canes, 24-20 in Orlando.
Really sloppy.
Pretty sloppy. A lot of penalties. A lot of turnovers.
It just goes to show you.
But that's week 1 or week 0, I guess they call it.
Nah, of course. And they don't have it like they've been getting after it since the spring. I get that. So there's no excuses. But in college, there's no preseason. As much as we hate preseason, it sucks for a college guy.
It's also the reason that most college teams open with a
cupcake soup.
Yeah. Most teams open with a D2
it's
school.
A glorified scrimmage,
except for the openers, always a tough. It used to be Alabama just ran somebody through the woodshed to start the year every year. It was usually Oregon, too. Oh, Chip, come on in. I'll send you packing.
We'll also touch on some Eagles news. Jedeveon Clowney's name, Alshon Jeffery's name has been linked. We'll get into that. But we're going to start the show with some Phillies talk. And our poll question today brought to you by Scanzano Sports. The Phillies needed to sweep the Marlins, nothing less. Do you agree or disagree? And fam, chime in. Hit us up on Facebook. We'll get to your comments. Get us on YouTube. Sweeps, you want to start? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
agree or disagree?
Well, every game, when you're down to 40 games or whatever it is now, 30-something, and you're in a pennant race, or not a pennant race, but you're in a playoff race, for the wild card. Like, every game matters, right? And there comes a point when we all know that. I mean, that's a Captain Obvious statement. But to say that like you're tired of a team that's has had your number all year, right? So it was time to go in there, and punch somebody in the mouth and go on a streak where maybe you rattle off 8 to 10 in a row, especially before you get to the September juggernaut right there in the middle. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You got a chance right now to, like you said, after this is the Pirates
and Mets at home.
Pirates and Mets, which the Mets are playing great. But, Pirates and Mets, and then I think it's a 4-game set against the Reds. So it gets, that beginning of September gets, it's not, there's a 20-game stretch before it got.
It's a juggernaut after that.
Before it got crazy for the last 16 or so. So, you had to take all them, especially when you have a 7-0 lead. All right, that's got to be a win. That's got to be a win. That game that ends up 19-11, you score 11 runs and you lose the game. All right, and your best players, is not there. You know what I mean? So, they offensively they were there. So it's not like they missed him per se. In that sense. I mean, he can't pitch either. But, but from a hotness. Aspect, like he was so red hot. You hate to miss a whole weekend, I mean, and I understand first child, I mean, I'm not going to kill the guy over that, but there's probably I don't know what he could have done after, I mean, you would have liked to see.
Problem is that we're in Miami.
Still scored 11.
No, I'm just saying overall.
And we're in Miami.
Because if they stub their toe today, then all of a sudden the narrative changes.
No, you're absolutely
you don't put it on him.
If they're in Pittsburgh, you can get there pretty quick. The fucking fact that it's a 4-hour plane ride to Miami is a bitch, but first kid. I mean, I'm gonna disagree though, because I said going in that you had to win 2 or 3 on the road. We never sweep on the road. I feel like hardly anyone does, but obviously with the 7-0 lead, you look back at it now, you're like, fuck, 7-0 lead. But if Nolan gets it done today, and we win 2 or 3, now. Then I think you have to sweep Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a sinking ship. They've already sunk. Yeah. They're taking on water. They can hit the ball a little bit, but they can't pitch. We should score a bunch of runs and sweep them. We need to sweep them.
Yeah.
And then we got Mets coming in who we've played well against all year. and it's giddy up time. And then we find out if we come out this week coming up and we play really well against Pittsburgh and play really well against the Mets, then we're right there. If we don't, then it might be over for us.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the poll. I think you had a chance to go streaking. You took 2 on the road in Boston, and you're facing the lowly Marlins. And being up on that game 7-0, and then even 9-7. You come back, you get punched in the face, and you go back up 9-7, and you still can't hold that. You know, it's just at this point, as we mentioned, September gets really hard. You go on the road for 10 against Atlanta, Cleveland, and Washington. Like, you have to do what you can now as much as you can. You can't just win series now. It's no longer good enough to win series as we approach September. You have to put a streak together.
When you're in
have to put a streak together.
When you're bunched in with three or four other teams, it's who's going to get hot, who's going to get hotter. You know what I mean? Who in essence wants it. You know what I mean? So do you want it more or not? So. And
the other side of it too is something we brought up on Wednesday is I'm no longer interested in a one-game playoff scenario with the way the pitching staff is set up right now, because Nola is set up to pitch 162. So that means our whole scenario of let's get in. We'll throw Nola against whoever, and we'll have a chance. As of right now, that's not the case. Obviously, with rosters expand, it can change. But our season's probably going to come down to almost 162. With that 10-game road trip right in front of that, you're going to say we're still in that race?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? So
everyone has to play other teams too, though. So the whole thing we've always said, no one's – okay, the Washington is pushed away from the pack, but the second wild card's wide open. Yeah. The Cubs are not very good. All of us aren't very good. So everyone's got glaring holes. So, I mean, I think we could stay there because of that nature of aspect. But we're now 4.5 behind Washington now? So, I mean, the Nats keep winning. So
but if you got to win that final game to get in, I mean, that's obviously a killer. If you have to, you got to win 162. I get that. So, I mean, it is what it is. But we always talk about getting the ticket to the dance. I understand big picture and glorifying a fucking season to extend guys. You know what I mean? Like where like I understand what you're saying and others, and I don't disagree with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just getting in the playoffs, going to justify Clintack as some fucking hero.
Right,
turn the corner and,
I don't want that to happen.
Well, I know, because we're baseball guys. You know what I mean? So we understand that. We have eyeballs. You know what I mean? So. Everybody else wants to say it's, AAA staff and yada, 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 and keep coming up with excuses. I'm not saying those guys are fucking good by any means, right? But they are in the fucking big leagues, understand? Like, at some point, you got to fucking get the best out of your players. You know what I mean? It happens all around the league. You know what I mean? Like, the Twins got fucking guys that you never heard of, right? There's
a lot of them.
The Rays got plenty of guys you never heard of. The A's got plenty of guys you haven't heard of, right? So it happens, other places, right? So it's, it hasn't happened here, and you can't control that. When you give up 19 runs, I mean, that's I'm not putting that at his fucking feet. You know what I mean? But if there's if they just get in, that shouldn't fucking change things. And shouldn't change things from
And I'm not saying I want them not to get in. I'm saying like I want a team that's going to show me they can go on a run. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like let's lose out so we don't have to go through this discussion. I'm just I want a team that I think can at least battle the Dodgers as opposed to just 3 games and go home. You know what I mean? At least fight with them.
I expect us to put up a fight. I expect us to put up a fight. And guess what? The Dodgers, we already said this. The Dodgers not getting Vasquez is going to be their Achilles heel because the Dodgers bullpen is iffy. Now, the Dodgers can really hit. We all know this.
Yep.
So, do I expect us to beat the Dodgers if we play them? Absolutely not. But because their bullpen's iffy, if we can get hot here and hit down the stretch, we've been hotter recently hitting. If we can continue that, at least it gives me a glimmer of hope.
I got you.
But the problem is we can't pitch.
Yeah.
And so we're smoke and mirrors out here. And unless we're hoping that Noel goes every third day, which you can't put that on the guy. Like what can you do?
Can you pitch every day, please?
We're going to pretend it's 1917 again. You're Christy Mathewson, and you're pitching every other day.
Love it.
Both ends of the double
Ambidextrous.
And then you're closing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's get to some of the fam. Dawn checks in. Hey, fam. God bless.
Donnie.
What up, Dawn?
The boss, La Familia. Let's go. Chris Ficola, top fan. Go Birds. Get Clowney. Daly, Mr. Brian Daly on Hockey Happy Hour, Thursdays at 10 p.m.
B. Dales.
My guys, what's really good?
The Dales.
A lot, Bri. We're alive. Pop Montanez, what up, fellas?
Life.
What up, Pop?
Life's good. What up, Pop?
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Sean Spellman,
Spells.
if Colts were smart, sign Cap, go 0-16, get number 1 pick. It is tank for Tua or I don't know, lose for Lawrence, whatever it is.
But Lawrence can't go out yet.
Is it just Tua this year?
Yeah, Lawrence can't go out yet.
Lawrence is next year.
Yeah, he's only soft.
And Herbert's,
Herbert's pretty good, too.
Guys, yeah.
But but Tua, I mean, the problem is that's not going to happen.
trust the lefty,
And
though.
Jacoby Brissett, Brissett
that's why I didn't-
he'll win some games for them. They'll play well. They'll be all right.
That's why I didn't mention
That's
it.
all these guys like. He left him on the fucking. He left him 15 days to go. Jacoby Brissett's been there. He was going to start anyway. Like we said, he was already going to start. Jacoby Brissett will be all right.
Yeah,
They'll win some games. They won't be terrible. I don't think they're not going to be as good as they would have been if Luck was healthy with a healthy Luck. But I bet you they're 7-9 win team. Maybe if they get lucky, they can sneak into 9.
The good thing about
They're a good coach. They're a good coaching
that's why
staff.
that's why I
They have a
didn't-
good offensive line. I like Marlon Mack.
Yeah.
I think.
Max is stud.
they got
Yeah.
pieces.
So they got some guys.
And they got that T.J.
T.Y.
Hawkinson.
and like, listen, T.Y.'s
that's
gonna
the
get
lines.
get deep on 4 or 5
He's
guys,
the lines.
regardless. He's gonna catch 4 or 5
Ebron,
deep
I'm
balls,
sorry,
regardless who's
Ebron.
throwing to him. You know, so
Yeah. And their division stinks. Their division
it's
is
weak.
usually very mediocre.
It's weak.
9-7 gets you in the playoffs.
it's a weak division.
Chrome checks in. Hey, guys, shocking news about Andrew Luck, but
Cromer.
F all these couch keyboard pussies who want to take shots and can barely put a shoe on without breathing heavy.
Agreed.
Full agreement. I see no lies, Crum. I see no lies.
100% Cromer.
Zach
Yeah.
Boylan, Kyle
Bunch
is
of guys never played sports in their life.
Kyle is an idiot. Andrew Luck went out on his terms before the game took too much from him. I agree.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah, and like I said, it's
Sometimes your body breaks down. There's been a
Yeah.
ton of guys like that.
And
they
it's
want to
the
keep
bad-
going. Their body broke down.
Yeah.
and
And
like
he
you said,
looked,
it's
as
just
you
about
said,
the
he
looks
looked
broken.
last
He looks
year.
broken.
And it's just and like I said, it's depend on what word you want to use. You know what I mean? Like it's just, to me, it would be incomplete. All right,
Yeah.
there's an asterisk. That's all. So you want to tell your grandkids about him? You tell them, hey, this dude was a pimp, right? But
Yeah.
injuries derailed him, and he just shut it down early.
Gale
All right?
Sayers.
But to say somebody is a bust is a joke, dude. 4 out of 5 years, because don't worry about what they put up there and say 6 seasons. He didn't play a whole season. All right, missed the whole 2017. So 4 out of 5 seasons, all pro, 23,000 yards, 171
overall.
touchdowns. He's in the top 5 in those. So they want to say in 6 years. All right, I wish they would fix that.
Yeah.
That stupid meme or that little info that they put out there. It's not 6 years. I mean, he's been in the league 6 years,
Well,
but
he's
he only
played
participated
5,
for
yeah.
5.
Yeah.
All right, so it should be even better. It should be even juicier.
And the 5th year, he
Come on.
won't come back.
He's
for a
probably
year.
number 1 both then.
Yeah.
More than
Absolutely,
likely.
bud, absolutely.
James Tatum, #no notes.
So I just don't like that
Never
word. I don't
notes.
like the word that bust when it comes to him. I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah,
No,
No,
you can't
absolutely.
say
I mean-
bust. Bust is a guy like Ryan Leaf.
Yeah,
That's a bust.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I love that bust talk. Fucking Canada was pulling bust talk out, but he's Canadian, so we'll let him go. Okay? He watches the CFL, guys. We let him go. They don't even know how big the fucking field is up there. Okay? But
Where to put the goalpost?
did you see that? We're running with an 80-yard
in the
field.
front.
Did someone get on the mic and tell these idiots that there's a 100-yard field here in America? What the fuck is going on?
Put the goalpost in the front.
That's where Wilder lives.
What?
That's the kind of brains we're dealing with here. But
Yeah.
no, I love James, but still, the bus talk is dumb. It's dumb. That's not true at all. Okay, bust, like I said, bust is a Ryan Leaf. That's a bust.
Yeah, and
Cade
and
McNown.
and to go back.
That's
and,
a bust.
And the
Fucking
and the other people that
Brady
want to
Quinn.
say
Brady Quinn's
listen,
a bust.
Oh yeah, and then they, like I said, the other aspect is the people that want to say, well, man, I wish they kept Peyton Manning longer. Now the dude had a fused neck. Right? Nobody knew that the guy was going to play. All right, he went there, had another season or 2 seasons with Denver.
He played 3
You
good
know what I
years
mean?
after that.
They won with their defense in Denver, and I'm a Peyton Manning guy. You know what I mean? So let's relax with that. They had a chance to take the number 1 pick, the best player available at the time. They pulled the trigger, and barring injuries, the guy would have been a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, maybe they should have went with
our.
RG3. That'd have been better.
You could
Yeah.
put a stamp on it.
That would have worked
So-
better out.
So it wasn't about loyalty. It wasn't like they just ran Peyton out of town. Yeah, I mean technically they did, but like he was injured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the A-Rod and Favre thing, it was like, hey, that's enough, Brett. Time to move on. You know what I mean? So that would be a little more anger there. You know what I mean? Like so if A-Rod only played 2 years, you can have that argument with the Favre thing and say, oh, you ran Favre out of town, and A-Rod only played 2 years and he wasn't any good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then they would have had that. That's the argument you have there. Not in this case. This guy was able to hang around for 6 years, so uber talented. All right, and then injuries they didn't win anything. All right, but he had nothing around him for a lot of
T.Y. Hilton and a bunch
last
of nothing.
Year they started getting better. Frank Wright did a good job with them last year, so they started.
They're getting better. What sucks for them is that they're an improving club.
Well, that's what Pop Mountain says. He goes, the Colts have improved. Or have much improved team for them to go 0-16.
Yeah.
No, they have way too much talent. They are not going. First off, there's some other teams around the league, Dolphins, who have way less talent. Okay, they have a lot of talent.
I don't know. Ralphie over there thinks Josh Rosen can throw for 4,000 yards.
Josh Rosen ain't even going to start. Whoa, Fitzmagic! Come on. Now Fitzmagic might come out and throw well. He did last year to start the season, but we know how that ends. We know how that story ends. He'll be on a different team next year. But no, I just think there's no way. I would be shocked if they won less than 6 games. Jacoby Brissett has to be an absolute train wreck for him to win less than 6 games. And he won't be a train wreck.
If
He'll
you're
be
drafted
okay.
by the
He's
Patriots, you're probably not
played
a
in
train
this
wreck.
league before. He's probably started 20 games, I bet.
Yeah.
He's serviceable. Sure.
He's all right.
Yeah. Our young and Danny McGuckin checks in. Yes, they needed to sweep the Fish.
Guck.
What up,
But I
Guck?
only expect them to win 1 game in Boston, so I guess it evens out. But they need to come home and sweep the Pirates. That team stinks. You're
Absolutely right.
Dawn says absolutely needed to sweep. Jake checks in. What up, boys? Can't imagine what Andrew Luck is going through mentally to decide to retire. It's a damn shame.
Absolutely.
Zach Boylan, the injuries knocked him out mentally. He gave it all he had, and the game didn't love him back anymore. Kyle agrees with the poll. Have a good show. Thanks, Kyle.
Fuck off.
Everyone's asking Kyle where he's going. Tommy, to the poll, yes, a sweep is what we wanted. Just makes today a must-win. Have to take 2 or 3. Kind of what you were saying, Brian.
So you disagree then, Tom?
Yeah.
Is that how we're going to play? It's agree or disagree. That's the show.
Spells.
That's what he would tell me if I gave a yes.
Spells.
I don't let anybody off the hook.
Had to sweep Marlins.
Disclaimer,
Disappointed Vasquez. Had been dealing, and then deals a dud in a big spot, up 7-0.
Yeah, what's crazy is everyone's talking about that's the Vinny. Now, granted, I understand that's the Vinny that we know for years, but Vinny had actually been throwing well past like
really was.
6, 7 starts. He was our second best pitcher, and then he 7-0 lead, and you're 3-1 on the next 5 hitters. What are you doing, dude? 7-0. Throw strikes. Oh. It's like I can't imagine. Like
it was just,
at least you coach high school, which it's awful frustrating. But like the young kids with the lead, that would be my most frustrating thing. Throw strikes, stop walking.
We tell them all the time. I'm sure
throw
you do too.
Strikes.
See how far they can hit it.
Fucking egg.
See how far they can hit it.
Because guess what? They won't. Because
now
the pros they might, but in that age they're not going to.
There's
just
a
throw
70%
strikes.
chance you're out too.
Lead off walks up 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
lead
gotta be
off
crazy.
walk.
I mean, what's he gonna do? Make it 2-1? I mean, he hit it in the Pacific Ocean.
Like that. Watching that
I mean?
4th inning last night, when the Marlins couldn't throw a strike, made Friday night so much more infuriating to me because of how bad that staff is. You know what I mean? That we couldn't pitch better than we did on Friday to hold 2 leads. Because that 4th inning, it took 700 hours for that 4th inning to finish.
First off, can I tell you that we were drafting our fantasy league, and so I was like just keeping updates on my phone, and
Was this
I was
Friday
like,
or yesterday?
yeah, Friday.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like 700 Phil, sweet. And then I saw it said 7-3. I'm like, oh, Vinny's giving them back, right? And then I saw no updates, and like 25 minutes later, I look at it, I'm like, it's still the fucking 4th inning? 7-7. What the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
Then it's 9-7. I'm like, all right, we're going to take back over.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I changed
15-9 real quick. What just happened?
I changed the channel too, and then Tommy said something like, "This team Philly should give up." Or
Yeah,
something. I'm
just
like,
quit.
what the hell happened?
What happened?
I said, no way a touchdown. They put up a touchdown. Wow.
Well, as
Unreal.
Gabe's walking out, taking him out at 7-7, and I'm sitting to myself, I'm like, What, 7-3 wasn't 7-4 wasn't enough? You had to wait for the tying home run.
Punt return.
Spells checks in. This reminds me of the 06 Phillies. Could never beat a bad Astros team, which cost them the playoffs. Brian Batty checks in. No one has any idea what's going on in Luck's head. Dude has been getting beat up behind a shit O-line for 7 years. Yep. He don't owe anybody nothing. James Tatum, what would be your reaction if Wentz retired?
He's not going to. So
yeah. And it Pop's like, let's not make that a conversation. Pop agrees Harper has been hot.
Listen, it's not saying I'll speak for myself, but I would imagine that the two gentlemen, everybody in here would be in agreement. Like, nobody's saying that you can't be emotional or think it sucks. I mean, of course.
Yeah,
right? As a fan
it does
of your team,
suck.
It would
Yeah.
suck. Right?
Yeah.
We're talking about the reaction of booing and the people that are calling
him a bust and a pussy and all this shit. Yeah, that's what I don't like.
That's what I got.
No, I'm the first one to tell you it sucks. If you're a Colts fan, I'd be upset. Yeah, I'm damn upset. But like the guy gave it his all and his body broke down. Like, what do you want? That's happened with a ton of guys throughout the years. Doesn't make him a fucking quitter. Yeah. Like, if you walk away when you can still play, then you're a quitter. All right? When you can't play no more, then your body gave out on you. There's nothing you can do. That's happened to a ton of guys. How many guys retired young because they gave Gale Sayers? I know it's a different time back then because when you had a knee injury or an Achilles injury back then, he just never came back, you know?
Well, I mean,
like
Barry
Sanders at 29.
Johnson.
No injuries,
yeah.
But you don't know what was going on mentally.
No one calls Barry a fucking quitter. He could have kept playing. He walked away. Where's all your quitter comments for Barry, Brinkman?
Calvin Johnson, another guy.
Calvin Johnson walked away young.
29.
Yeah, you know what it was? They stunk.
Because the
Lions are a fucking cesspool up there.
And the Lions kept his money, too.
Well, that's what.
Yeah. Well,
you're gonna walk away. You ain't getting paid.
Well, the Colts gave Andrew Luck his money.
Oh,
today.
Did they?
Yeah, they gave him all the owed money.
You know why? Because Colts.
Because
you know what? Because
they know
that he's broken the fuck down. They know that he's broken down. Yeah. That's why. He probably just gave it his all this entire training camp, and he's like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. He probably had probably took him a couple days to realize it. He probably had, I'm sure they were emotional days, and that's why they're paying him. That's why Detroit didn't pay Calvin, because Calvin could still done it. He just walked away because he's like, we stink. I'm not going anywhere. This is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already a Hall of Famer. What does it matter?
Every offseason, I'd send out feelers to Calvin Johnson. You still want to play? You still want to play? Here's a carrot.
Yeah. Have you made
a carrot here in
You made
Philadelphia.
any bad investments recently? Have you lost any money, Calvin? Made any bad investments? Do you need a payday? Because I got an idea.
That's an excellent point, though, because that's, like that just goes to show you, because everybody else that pretty much walks away, he's got McGuire walked away.
Yeah.
Here's the $30 million. Take it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Because everyone, obviously, all of us who don't know what that money looks like, always goes, how could you walk away from all that money? Well, obviously, he went to Stanford. He's not hurting, and then he got it anyway. But he's not hurting for money.
Well, you can't walk until
And if you're right, if you can't walk and talk,
dude's 30 years old. He wants to have kids.
Yeah.
He's never going to play with his kids? Like,
imagine you can't walk until
Earl
Wednesday,
Campbell fucking
Wednesday
in
or
a wheelchair
Thursday.
since he got out of the league.
Like, if you can't walk right until like Wednesday or Thursday, you know what I mean? Like,
and
just
you're
imagine
30. And you're not even 30. He turns 30 in like a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Andy Ritter, big group of crumbs. Love you all. Have a great day. Thanks, Andy. Who's on the boards? Anyone I can pick on? It's Ralphie.
What's up, wrestling nerd?
Clinkoff, field conditions were trash. Fucking disgrace. I think he's going back to the Canadian game.
Argonaut talk?
Pop Montes.
Fucking Argonauts.
He's got some good crumbs. Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, see, those are busts, like you said,
far
Pop.
from a bust.
Yes. Jamarcus Russell. Absolutely, Ryan Leaf. There's a ton of them.
Roski wants RG3 to come back. He's still in the league. He's in Baltimore.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's in the league. Roski just not good enough.
Uh-oh. Michael Chromiak. You watch your mouth, Wilson. Watch your mouth, Wilson. Dolphins are going 10-6.
Is he a Dolphins fan, too?
He is.
Jesus Christ, you guys grow up together, Sweeps?
I had no idea.
St. Louis and Miami? How the fuck does that happen?
Guy's got an Eagle show. How would I know that? How would I know that?
He has always been a Dolphins fan. It is
my
funny.
Lord. Big fan of teal when you were young.
Middlebrook checks in.
Big
What
fan
up,
of
guys?
Dolphins.
On vacation, just wanted to give a
I saw
shout out
Ace
to my
Ventura.
guys.
I just loved it.
And before I head out, I'm just saying 80%
Snowflake.
on Nelson getting traded for defensive player. Hopefully Clowney with a pick. They need receivers, but it's Alshon trade talk. It's trash. He ain't going anywhere. And if not, no trade. We are going to win now mode anyway. Have a good show. Thank you.
I'm not sure.
I'm not
That
giving
was
up Nelson.
that was a mouthful.
It was.
There in no fucking chance in any world of any millennium of any universe will the Texans trade us Clowney for a package that includes Nelson Aguilar. Just FYI.
Pop, if the Phillies don't make the playoffs, does Charlie take over next season and give Kapler the walkie papers? No, because I think if Charlie was an option
Charlie's
to
not
take
gonna
over,
manage.
he would have just taken over this year.
He's not going to manage.
But he doesn't want to
Charlie
manage.
came in.
I think he's.
Charlie
I think
came in
he's,
for
yeah, he
a
came in
40-game window to try to help things out, and different voice. He's in the building all the time.
He might still hit coach next year, but he's not going to manage.
I don't think he's.
No, I don't think he will either.
You don't think he's going to hit coach either?
I think he said he's walking away.
Yeah, literally, he's done.
That doesn't mean he can't change his mind. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him still hitting coach. I don't think there's any chance he's going to manage. He's too old. I'd love it, but I don't think there's any chance. I mean, I hope to God Gabe's fired. I'm the number one behind Gabe's fire train. I'm driving the fucking train. But
Step on those tracks, would you please?
I hope he's fired. I don't know who I like Girardi. There's guys I like, but I just want him fired.
Yeah.
And if we sneak into playoffs, and I want Klentak fired too. I want all of them fired. So
No, you got to.
I want a clean house.
Clean house.
Yeah.
Brian Petit, Jim Brown retired early.
Yeah, he did.
And then Gronk, because he also mentioned Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, but Gronk also
Gronk's
retired.
destroyed. Yeah, but Gronk's body's
Gronk's
destroyed, too.
destroyed. Jim Brown retired to be an actor.
I think
but
Brian.
he was also beat up too. Jim Brown.
Yeah,
'cause
he was.
He ran a ton.
Well, that was back when they hit
He
too.
ran a ton.
He did a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, we
He
watched
did a lot
last
of
night
beating.
that they
On
don't
and
hit
off the
in
field, he
practice
did a lot of
anymore.
beating, but yes, I'm
Brian
sure his body
Daly
was broken up.
must have bumped his head because he says, "Preach, Wilson." I agree with everything you just said.
Love it.
And then Chrome.
I don't know what that means. Why does he bump his head then?
Because he's agreeing with you.
Here we go.
And Chrome laces out Wills, put away Captain Winky.
Your gun is digging into my hip.
So the
Can I get a
Phillies,
piece of that gum?
so the Phillies come home for 6. Pirates and Mets before going back out on the road.
Need to win 5 or 6.
Is that your number, 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Okay,
You got to win. You got to win 5 or 6 because, like we said, Pittsburgh has sunk. Okay, they're not sinking anymore. They've sunk. All right, and you got to sweep them. Now, I guess you could settle for 4 or 6, but you got to sweep them, and we got to take 2 or 3 from the Mets. We've been playing the Mets good all year. Got to take 2 or 3.
I think you're absolutely right with 5 or 6. But
Of course,
then
McNeil came back today.
But then it's like
Fucking dude hasn't made it out against us this year. I don't think.
you can roll with 4 or 6
Unreal.
if you sweep the Marlins.
Well,
You know
that's
what I mean?
true.
Like,
But we're not going to
'cause you're
sweep.
right.
We're not
now
going to sweep
you
the
had.
Marlins.
Now you have to go 5 or 6 because you're right. That's the number.
Well, number one is Nola has to win today. We can if we lose somehow. I feel like this is a game that's way closer than it should be. Today.
Well, it's because we're facing
whoever's throwing against
who
the
was
Mar-
actually throwing for the Marlins. Did they announce it yet?
Yeah, somebody I've never heard.
Because it
of.
was TBD all week. I was
I'll
waiting
t-
for it to be 6-0.
I can
was
tell you-
waiting for it to be 6-0.
we would light that fucker up. He stinks. I'll tell you who it is right now. 1 second.
Daly says I'm lightheaded. I'm at the gym. That's why he agrees.
It's Elizer Hernandez.
Oh.
Lizer talk.
He exited Tuesday's start with a blister on his right middle finger, but it sounds like he's responded well. He's got a 3.95 ERA. Yeah, he'll probably throw great.
Who's there? Sweeps, you have the schedule there. After the Mets, where do we go?
I was just trying to count the remaining games and then see where you guys wanted to go with that. Cincinnati for 4.
Cincinnati for 4.
And we need to rip them apart, too.
They might get swept by the Pirates today, but Bauer's on the mound. But
Yeah, and Agrizal's on the mound for the Pirates, who sting.
So, Agersol went through our lineup a couple times.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, he has, actually.
Cincinnati for 4.
Right.
Mets for 3.
Then it gets rough.
Atlanta for 4. Boston for 2.
Cleveland in
Atlanta
there, I think.
for 3. Cleveland for 3. Nats for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Must be
Yeah, it's a
game.
makeup game, yeah.
Nats for 5. That's fun. And finish up with 3 against the Marlins.
At home, right? Those
Nats for
last
5.
3 are home, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fan
that
Appreciation Day. How nice of them.
that stretch of
Put
Atlanta,
it in your buns. Against the
Atlanta,
Marlins.
Boston, and then back to Atlanta. That's a gauntlet.
Yeah, we got Cleveland in there.
And Cleveland, and then 5 against the Nats.
And 5 against the Nets. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we got to win now. It's win now mode.
Which makes
win now
Friday
mode.
even
All
more.
right, so go through it. The Pirates. You want all 3, right?
You have to take.
You got to take at least.
You have to.
Yeah.
Mets.
At least 2 or 3.
All right, so 5 and 1 there. I got you.
Yeah.
Cincinnati for 4.
3 or 4.
You have to, but I don't know.
It's in Cincy. You got to take 3 or 4.
8 and 2.
Yeah.
Mets for 3 at Mets. Now reverse it, I guess. Let them take 2 out of 3. I mean, not let them.
No, you have to because they're
if
at
you want
home.
to do the
Yeah.
ups and downs.
Yeah,
You're
so-
at home.
So what I say, 8 and 2. So that
Yeah.
would be
So now they're
9
10 and 5.
9 and 4.
We're 9 and. Yeah, 9 and 4. Yeah.
Atlanta for 4.
Got
At
split.
home.
Got to split.
At home, you got to split.
11 and 6.
Yeah.
Boston for 2. Split.
Yeah, you got to split.
Yeah.
12 and 7. Atlanta for 3.
That's in Atlanta. That's 1 and 2. That's 1 of. That's 1.
13.
Yeah, that's.
13 and 9.
They're losing 2 or 3 of that.
At Cleveland for 3.
It's 13 and 8. No, it's 9. You're right.
It's 13 and 9.
At Cleveland for 3, you got to take 2 or 3.
15 and 10.
And that's going to
15
be tough
and 10.
to do.
Nats for 5. It just sounds funny.
3 and 2, hopefully.
But they're
Is
all
that Nats
tired.
4 at the Nats for 5?
At
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Nats?
Oh my God, 2 and 3.
Yeah, you're going 2 and 3
So what's that?
at best.
2 and 3.
15
That's
and 10.
Because
so
Noah's only getting one of those starts.
17 and
17,
13.
But Noah's only getting one of those starts.
I'm well aware
17
how
and
that
13. It's 60 feet, 6
I
inches. He
get,
knows.
I get it. Five pitches to a team. I know there are 5 starters.
17.
I don't even know our 5 starters.
17 and 13. Finish up with the Marlins. Sweeperoo.
You have
Got
to.
to.
So,
So
that
that's
puts it
even with
20
us
and
being,
13.
What's
and that's
their
us
record?
being kind of,
20
What's
and
the
13.
record right now?
we're set 6 over.
So
We would end up 13 over.
That'd be 20 and 13 of the last.
That would be
33.
that'd be 89, right? No, what was that? I don't even know. How many wins do we have right now?
68 or 69. So you're looking
yeah,
at
so maybe
88.
it's 88, 89.
88.
That might do
And-
it.
I mean, it could do it, but we got to get a little gracious
we
there.
went a little.
I mean,
went very gracious.
we were
took 2 out of 3 on the road from
Yeah.
Cleveland.
You know, wait, you want to know how gracious we were being? That was like Noah's wins every start from here on out. And Velasquez
Vargas,
doesn't
too.
throw like he does. Like
It actually forced Wilson to tell Steppy. I know how the game's played.
He said,
I understand.
you know, Noah only throws once
Yeah,
there.
I
I get it. I get it.
I understand.
What you should have said is, you know, Pavetta or Eflin throws once there.
Old Mother Hubbard and only Vargas. And
Oh.
only Smiley's in the cupboard.
Old Mother Hubbard and fucking Pavetta's in the cupboard.
And only Cliff Lee 2.0's in the cupboard.
Vargas has been okay though. Smiley is brutes.
Smiley is what we thought he was.
Yeah, it's exactly what
let's
we
be
thought,
real.
yeah.
He's exactly what we thought
Not
he was.
Gabe, but the rest of
Yeah,
us were like,
or Clentak.
that's not
I mean, yes,
Cliff.
Vargas has been serviceable, and that's what you get for a veteran. But again, it's another guy that only goes 5 innings.
True.
You know,
that's
like
everybody
it's
now.
you can't
That's the whole league.
you
But
can't
yeah,
sit around on anything like that.
No.
unreal.
Danny McGuckin, there were 4 QBs drafted in the first round of 2012. Luck, RG3, Tannehill, Whedon. 2 are backups and 2 are out of the league. The 2 third-rounders, both Foles and Wilson, won Super Bowls. Wild. William Gore, what up from Williamsport? What up, Willie?
What
Billy
up,
boy.
Billy?
I mean, go home already, Bill. Cheese and crackers. It's been like 17 days, buddy. Good for you. Appreciate you chiming in, though.
So,
What's the championship game?
Still
3
there.
o'clock?
That's
Yeah,
that's
today.
wild.
Game?
yeah.
Yeah, 3 o'clock title game.
So which
Who
transition?
is it? Is it Curacao?
Yeah, Curious.
Oh, they
Curacao,
beat
Louis-
Japan.
Louisiana.
Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That
And
kid-
Louisiana.
that kid
Yo,
from Louisiana
Reese,
rakes.
whatever. Yo, kid rakes.
Rakes.
Great
Yo,
names, too. Great
Yo,
names.
great. He's got
Awesome
a great.
names.
He's got a great name, and that kid fucking rakes.
Yeah.
Straight up rakes.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I was watching because I thought that Virginia team was pretty good. That kid Justin Lee on the mound, he threw a
Yeah,
no
yeah.
hitter the first game I watched.
Well, they threw like
Then
2 straight
He
no-hitters.
went 4 for 4 against that kid with a bomb and 2 doubles off the wall. I was like, who is this kid? This kid's a pimp. This kid's pimping right now. LSU's already recruiting him.
I would, wouldn't you?
a
Don't
guy-
like, you don't want that kid out of your backyard.
It's a guy from Benchwarmers. And a flask in his back pocket.
I'm
Carlos,
12.
you ain't 12, Carlos.
I'm 12.
It's in crayon. Hi, I'm 12.
Hi, I'm 12.
Reggie. 30.
Billy Billy says,
Motherfucker, you at least 30.
LOL, love you, sweeps.
Billy boy.
Eileen Pompey, hi, guys. Go Phils. Absolutely go Phils. Big win
Go
today.
Phils.
It's NOLA day.
Need to get a big win today.
Absolutely have to win today. I don't know if Noah can throw to JT, though. Nap's not catching. I don't know.
He threw to JT's last time out.
I know. I'm messing around.
But you're not really messing around, though, because you make a decent point.
Yeah. Well, no, last time out,
No,
Reese
two
DH.
2 times ago.
Yeah.
It was.
Reese DH. JT played first, and old Napper was behind the plate.
Slap the nap.
Slappy nappy.
That's what you call it.
So let's transition over to Eagles for a second.
For a hot sec?
Yeah, for a little bit before we go to break. And what's your heading into the fourth game, the most meaningless game of the preseason?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
what's your thoughts?
This is guys that are just going to make the team or make the practice squad type deal.
Yeah.
Here's my thoughts. I haven't watched one snap of preseason, and I'm not going to watch any of the Game 4, and I'm ecstatic about that.
That's pretty impressive.
Because I hate the preseason. I love these guys that analyze the fucking preseason. You realize no one cares. The guys that are going to be bagging groceries are the only ones that cares. There's no emotion behind it. The first teamers don't give a fuck. They're getting a workout in and getting off the field. So anyone that analyzes preseason games, you're an idiot. And okay, real football starts soon. That's all we gotta really say. Okay, because I'm much more, and I'm with Doug too. I'm like when they had the team practices, the joint practices. I'm much more that over them being in a preseason game. Because that's what you see. So for 3 days straight, they had the Ravens here, and they're running basically scrimmage games with your first teams out there, and that's how you do it. You know, usually it gets sometimes a couple fights break out, a little testy. It's hot. It's hot out. It's hot out. You get a little testy.
Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you something.
and you know a hardball coach team is going to be feisty anyway.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. And guess what? Baltimore's going to have a good year. I know Tommy likes to fucking tell everybody that everything's fucking rainbows and blowjobs and the Cleveland's going to have a great year. They're not. All right, I guarantee Baltimore has a better year than Cleveland. I'm ready to put it down for anybody. Baltimore has a better year than Cleveland, and I hate Lamar Jackson. I think he stinks, but he'll have a good year. He'll have a good year this year because no one really understands him yet. How to stop him?
If he stinks,
because they're gonna run the fuck. They're gonna run the fuck out of the ball. Mark Ingram, fantasy. Mark Ingram. He's gonna run a ton, and they have a damn good defense and they have a damn good coach. If you had to tell me right now who I thought's gonna win that division. Everyone thinks Pittsburgh stinks. I don't know why. Better coach, better quarterback. I'm fine with Pittsburgh still being good. I think they'll be good, and I think that Baltimore's going to be good. And I don't think since he's a walkover, and Freddie Kitchens has never been anything more than a running back coach. I'm telling you, Cleveland wins 8 games. 8-8. 8-8 talk, Tommy.
Wow.
Waiting for your call.
Drop that at a hot air balloon.
Taysom Hill.
Is that Taysom?
Yeah. That
White Lightning?
Taysom.
No, I like me some Taysom.
Taste them some hill there. Holy shit. Watch this.
Fucking White Lightning.
I just don't know if I can buy into Lamar to get him to like win a division. You know what I mean?
Air balloon.
I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I just don't know if I can
got
buy into
Hollywood
Lamar.
Brown. Maybe hit him on a couple slants. I just think they got more talent, and they're going to run the shell of the ball.
Yeah,
they got Gus Edwards, and they got Mark Ingram. They're going and Lamar's going to run if he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, they got a rookie too, Justice Hill. They're saying he's kind of
got a little
special.
scat.
Yeah,
I mean,
special. Yeah.
Okay.
Change of
Kenneth
pace
Dixon
guy,
as well. Kenneth Dixon is probably one of those guys that gets traded here, especially to one of these teams that needs a running back.
Right, but if
Lamar Miller tore his ACL yesterday.
You know, it's the culture. So I mean, you play defense and you're tough.
And
you're going to win.
Yeah.
So you're going to win this.
Yeah, Earl Thomas back there healthy. Yeah. I mean, come on. I guarantee you that they're solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched more of the preseason than obviously you both, but I'm not sitting there just digesting it. It's just more or less just literally on TV.
Taysom Hill.
You know what I mean?
Taysom Hill's throw was the first play I've seen.
This is their first game. Yep.
Obviously, yeah, nothing's going on in week 4. Do you think they'd keep 4 running backs, or do they go more than 4?
I think it's just 4. I don't think they're keeping 5. To me, there's no way you keep 5. I think maybe. So it's Howard,
Sanders, Sproles,
Clement. Yeah, that's the 4, and maybe the big kid who played a little bit last year,
Adams.
Maybe Adams goes practice squad. Maybe if you can, but I think the rest of them are gone.
No Donnell Pumphrey.
No, go on.
I just love
pump the brakes on the pump.
I just love bringing that name up because he's such a bust out of college. I mean, again, bust.
Smallwood would have to be a special teams guy.
I just think Smallwood's gone.
Yeah.
I just think it doesn't fit anymore. And I don't hate Wendell. I just think, he has to beat Clement Corey out.
He ran hard last year. You tip your cap to him.
He does. He runs hard.
I'm just saying,
runs hard.
Yeah, no.
I just think Clement's a better player.
Yeah.
I think Clement's better. He gives you more when he's in the backfield, and he's a better special team player, or just as good. So that's why I think Clement gets the nod over him.
So if you go 4 running backs, do you go 5 or 6 wide receivers? Because obviously you have Alshon, you have Nelly, you have D-Jax, JJ.
Yeah, we're going 5 for
do
sure.
You go? Is it Mack? Is it Greg Ward? Both?
It could be both. Well, they're keeping 3 tight ends, right?
You would think.
And you think they're locked in.
You definitely don't let Greg Ward walk out the door, right? So
he could be practice squad.
Everything.
He stashed
whether you watched anything or not. The one thing he has done is he caught everything.
That's the Houston quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a great athlete, all right, and he's raw. So that means that's a stash.
Yeah, Terrell Pryor type guy. He can come out. He can pop out and have a good year for you if you keep him on the practice squad for a year.
That's a stash guy, and you see what happens. You know what I mean? So you definitely
don't
get rid of him.
But Agadosi's another guy that they're going to try and squeak through. He's got a body. It's a kid from Rutgers who's 6'6".
Yeah.
He's caught some balls and this preseason, but he's not going to make the team. But he's another guy. You just can't let a guy that size.
Yeah, he's got the A+ size.
Yeah,
that's that you want.
Yeah.
Ralph, anything going on YouTube?
Just Zillzone just said, "What's up, fellas?"
What up, Zill?
What up, Zill?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Cool.
You tubing, Ralph? Are you
Yes.
waiting for the pool?
Tubing, little twitching.
Tubing.
Eileen, she's a Philly girl except for the Eagles. She's a Pats fan.
Oh, that's gross.
I kind of am too. I ain't gonna lie, but it's all Eagles first.
My lord. I was waiting for it.
I'm not gonna run from it. Danny McGuckin says Rainbow.
You're not running anywhere.
This is true. I'm not. Only running the Wawa, and I'm not running. I'm driving.
Right.
You got me on that one. I wasn't ready for that one. Got me on that one. I wasn't ready for that one. He ain't running anywhere.
Danny goes rainbows and blowjobs. He's dead. Eileen thinks it's Tomlin's last year. Interesting.
I don't know. He's a good coach.
Yeah, no, he is. Big time.
I think he goes out when Ben goes, which could be after this year.
Could be this year.
But my whole thing, especially fantasy guys, who, if you haven't drafted yet, they're missing about 230 catches from their team last year. Someone's going to catch the ball there. Ben's always throwing.
Yeah, I like
Someone's
James
catching.
Washington.
So do I. I like Vance McDonald. I think that
he got rid of 2 divas, so I think Tomlin's going to be around for a while.
I think
he's a good coach. You got rid
I think
of 2
Connor's
divas.
good.
They got younger, and they got younger.
And Connor proved last year that that's more. And I'm not taking anything against Le'Veon because he is a pimp.
Oh, he's special.
But that
he's
system
special.
Still produces.
Well, when you have
allows you to produce
when you have a
it
good
at the
quarterback
running back
and 2 good wide receivers, they had 2 star wide receivers. Now you just have Juju, really.
Yeah.
But when you have that, anybody can run. Greg could run for a yard and a half a carry.
Fall forward, would you?
I just might fall forward.
Yeah, but you start 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so you got to fall forward a little bit,
Pop says
need a push here.
Yeah, gonna need a push, yeah.
Pop, Cleveland is a tough call due to the talent they have.
Yeah.
They were a top 10 defense last season.
I fully agree that Cleveland has a shit ton of talent. I just see what happens when they lose a couple games. Baker has a bad game, and OBJ starts getting upset. Freddie Kitchen's going to be able to handle that?
Week 9 scumbag comes back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's going to want touches. You know what I mean? They already got to start running back.
Nick
Chubb,
yeah.
he did it for 1 year, but Hunt hasn't been around forever either. You know what I mean? So,
I don't know why they picked Kareem Hunt up. I think that's a distraction.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we always talk about, looking over your shoulder. Guy breathing on you and stuff.
Yeah, and I got Chubb in fantasy, so I don't like that one.
Yeah, me too.
I had Asshole too, but I didn't keep him, obviously. He goes, I'm not going to keep him because he ruined my season last year. I was 10-0, high five in the air. When I had Mahomes, Hill, and Hunt. And then there's a video of him kicking some girl. Fucking asshole. Fuck! And then Tom won again. I got to listen to this motherfucker. Then that's all I see. I'm like talking about how good my team is. And all I see is him constantly lose in the championship again. He'll lose in the championship again. Dude can't even make it to the draft. Back-to-back champ. What a scumbag.
Well, his invite got lost in Florida.
Stay in Florida.
Eileen says the Browns and Ravens will do very well this year. McGuckin thinks Mack will be the 5th because of special teams. He said hopefully Ward makes it through waivers. He can keep on the practice squad. He thinks Dosey's 6'7", 6'6", whatever. Aaron Robbins.
6'7's even better.
Yeah. Big AE from PSG on Friday nights checks in. Hey, guys, great show.
What up, E?
What up?
He said Phillies are done. Stick a fork in them.
I mean, we're hoping they're not, but
yeah.
It's getting to the point.
You're not far from off.
We gotta really hit this last month in 6 days.
Big E, one side is done. One side is completely cooked. All right, they're just the other side's okay because of the National League. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
we're over easy right now.
Of the second wild card, you know, that's
everyone's
you
still
got
in
that
it, yeah.
that side is still rare on the other side. But guess what? It's about to get flipped over soon.
Yeah. we're over easy at the moment.
There you go.
Okay, we're still running.
Here's a good one.
It's not hard yet.
Eileen and Pop Montes had the same question. Do you guys think Foles will do well with the Jags? And then, like, what type of numbers are you looking for?
I think Foles has a solid year. I think they want to run the ball down there, and they want him to manage and like win a game when you have to, which is Blake has never done. I expect Foles to play well. I'm nervous that he's going to take a lot of hits because I don't think their O-line's very good. But I don't want to see him get hurt. I'd like to see him play well. I think he has a solid year. I'm going to say 25 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, something like that, 27 touchdowns. I think D.D. Westbrook's the guy to maybe get. Apparently him and Nick have a pretty solid connection.
Yes. I would hope so. That's the only guy he's got to throw to.
Well, I guess so. They
have that kid Cole, but
yeah,
Keelan Cole or whatever.
Marquise Lee gone?
He got hurt, didn't he? He
got
hurt at the end of last year, so he might still be hurt. I'm not sure. He tore his ACL.
I'm saying they don't have a lot of weapons.
No, they don't have.
I don't want to come off as like a Foles hater, but I don't think he plays the whole year because I think their offensive line isn't very good.
But you got Fournette.
But Fournette's made of glass.
True, but Fournette's a stud when healthy.
When healthy, he's an absolute pimp. You know, but he's made of glass, and how much help does he have to throw the ball to?
Now, what about?
You got Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, they got TP. No, but what about
Marcus Lee's still there? Yeah.
Okay, is he hurt? Did he say he's hurt or anything, or that's just a depth chart?
Yeah.
Well, he got hurt. He got hurt in like I want to say early December, but it's torn ACL. That's like it's like an 8-month thing now, so he might be about ready to go.
Yeah. So Dede, Marquise if he's healthy, Chris Connolly, Terrell Pryor. I mean, it's nothing to jump off the page about.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Chris Connolly made some plays at KC when he would get on the field.
Yeah.
Oh. But no, there's not a whole lot there. Yeah. Who's our tight end?
Jeff Swain or Swam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Swami.
That's who we're rolling with at tight end?
Swami or something?
Nah, I was way off.
Eileen, it's okay if you're the only girl. That's fine. We're good with it.
No, but
Rob thinks 5-11 Jaguars. Colts still win the South.
I think the Jags are more of like
Rob's still in the Colt tree.
Jags are more of like an 8-8 team. Is that Brinkman?
Brinkman's in
you
there.
Gotta be kidding
hammering.
Me. You gotta be kidding me.
Andrew Luck, and he's still on the Colts tree.
You gotta be kidding me, Brinks.
That's unreal. That's unreal.
You gotta be shitting me.
That's unreal.
You just said that he ruined the team yesterday.
Yeah, and he's a terrible
And they're gonna win the fucking division.
And they're still winning the division. That's like Kyle. Like, Kyle must be rubbing off on him.
Yeah, what's going on Monday? What's going on Mondays?
On Monday nights, it's just wow.
Jesus Christ, guys having a little circle jerking here on Mondays.
The hot takes must be rubbing off.
Little kumbaya here on Mondays, huh?
Circle J's.
Skiing.
Rob, we're still trying to figure out how the Phillies lost 19-11 Friday.
Yeah,
we don't know what that was.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. Vinny meltdown. Vinny had his Chernobyl meltdown that he hasn't had for like a month and a half, and then no one else could get it fucking out. If you would have told me Sean Rodriguez was going to be pitching.
You never missed Roman Quinn so much in your life.
Sewer rats.
Still don't.
Sewer rats coming in.
At the 14-run mark, you're like, man, I could have went to Roman. Could have kept us in it.
Could have went to Roman.
Fuck.
God, Roman.
Damn you.
We taught him how to stop. We'd have been good.
We're watching just a random Jets preseason game. What do you think about the Jets this year? You think they're –
I think Jets are solid, but the problem is they're battling with the Bills for second place in that division. They're not going to beat New England.
Yeah.
So But I
You
think
think the Bills are that improved as well?
I think the Bills are. I happen to like Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But you know me, I'm a Sam Darnold guy. I like Sam Darnold, and this is the time to step forward and show that you're a good player.
And you have weapons now.
You know?
Oh,
and they got Le'Veon. I mean, they should make
Le'Veon. They got Crowder in the slot that should open up.
Robbie Anderson. All Robbie Anderson does is catch
take the top off.
Now he's got crazy eyes. He's got crazy eyes as coach. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Fucking crazy eyes, Gase.
With the smelling sauce.
The smelling sauce. What a fucking psychopath that motherfucker is.
So you Sweeps, you have a team in the division. What's your division breakdown? How do you think the AFC East breaks down?
New England and everybody else is, playing to watch them on come January. It's like the old Braves back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, except for the Patriots actually win it all. You know what I mean? But like back when the Braves were winning 12 straight all those years, it was like, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was
that's cool.
You know what I mean? Maddox and Glavine and Smoltz coming to town. That's fun. I'm gonna hang a 1 for 20 that series.
That's a catch a paternity list that series.
So when the Dolphins were respectable, they'd always split with the Pats somehow. They always they always win down there.
You know what fucks them this year is that they play in Miami early. Usually you catch them December in Miami, and they're like, "Oh, it's beautiful here." They go out in the town,
like Gronk's party,
and then the Dolphins are like,
Edelman are like, "Let's go."
Kenyon Drake's like, "Yeah, put Gronk in on defense. That'll work."
So I would look. It's the Patriots, Jets, Bills, Dolphins for me. You know what I mean? The Bills did get better. I think once they, we'll see how the Singletary kid is. He looks like he's going to take over for Shady when they finally decide it's time to go Shady. He's supposed to be pretty good. Allen shows that he can make plays with his leg, and he's got a big time arm.
Which is very
big time arm.
He didn't have to do a lot at
they'll
Wyoming.
be good on defense.
Yeah.
McDermott's a defensive guy, so they'll be good on defense again. So they're improved. All right, but I would say yes. Right now on paper, the Jets are the second best team, and you see what kind of step they take.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Jets can sit there and go 9-7, 10-6. Still be second place, but maybe make a wild card.
But this is the year for Darnold to it's not.
But you're
I
right.
It all
comes.
It's not make or break.
But
this is their year to say,
you're
listen, I'm a
supposed to step
franchise
forward.
guy.
Yeah, you step forward.
I'm a franchise guy.
You
let's
step
go.
forward
You
and
know
you
what
show. It's almost always the second year where the guys step forward and show like, hey, they belong.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
No,
he
absolutely.
needs to throw for 4,000 and maybe 30 and 30 and 12 or something.
I mean,
Keep
you
it
can
at
throw
a
some
minimum.
interceptions. Maybe 30 and
30.
18, but you got to throw some touchdowns. You got to look good.
Yeah. Well, that's always been a knock on him is taking care of the football.
Yeah.
So That's why I didn't want to go too high with that, because then you're going to want there'll be an 8-8 football team if you're in the 30-21 range.
Right.
Either way I look at it.
No, absolutely.
Depending when he turns it over. So. All right, so that's what you're looking at as a Jet fan. That's what you would be looking for there. You know what I mean? For him to not only turn the corner, but take care of the football, get a couple game-winning drives. Can we get a couple of them on the resume in year 2? You know what I mean? Get the ball with 1:30 left and go drive down the field and win a game. All right, we'll see what he's made of.
Raiders released Dog Martin.
There you go.
There's a running back for Houston.
For Houston. Brinkman rooting for the Jags is hard, but I just don't see it. Or he's rooting for the Jags hard, but I just don't see it. He said, as far as the Colts, I never said the team was ruined. Yes, he did. They could be worse off. Brissett is at least decent, obviously better with luck, but he's selfish and unprofessional. Oh my God. Go Colts, go Brissett. I'm just reading what's on the prompter.
Terrible take.
Good. Keep your awful takes coming.
Chromiak, you meant they're battling with New England for the division because Miami is winning the division. Well,
Crum, they might have the worst record in the league this year, dude.
Clay Ferguson, Crumb of the Week, Rob Brinkman for the worst luck take. Probably going to come up later on.
Could come up.
Pop Montanez, the Bill O-line stinks.
Pop.
The defense is solid, but not enough. The Jets should play New England tough, even with Smoke Gordon coming back.
Yeah.
Dawn says she keeps losing us. Have a good show. Sorry, Dawn.
Mama D.
Brinkman says he's baffled by people trying to defend Luck. He was on the sidelines when news happened. Yeah, he's watching the team. Who cares?
Why is it baffling?
Yeah, what is baffling about it?
Eileen Pats will be
Another
12-4.
guy. Another one. Have you played sports in your life? Do you understand the thing? Like, guys, his body gave up on him. Do we have to go over this again?
No. League
Talked about
MVP,
it all
Kellen
year.
Ballage.
Just rewind, watch it again. That's all.
Co-MVP Josh Rosen. Chromiak might be on this Ralphie bold take
Karen.
of Josh Rosen.
You talking about
throwing
Karen
4,000.
Ballage?
Yeah, that's his MVP.
Karen?
Yeah, Karen.
I can't believe Chrome's still going at it, man. God bless you, Chrome.
Eileen thinks the Pats will be 12-4 and the
I've been a
Steelers
fan
will be
a long
9-7.
I think the Steelers are over 500, yeah.
I like the
Brinkman.
Steelers to win the division.
Colts
Yeah, me
still
too.
have the best offensive line in the league, the reigning defensive rookie of the year, really good skill players. Anyone thinks I'm a crumb over to Andrew Luck is a stone loser. Oh, okay. Whatever.
I think the Colts are – I told you I think the Colts will still have a solid year with Jacoby Brissett. I think they will.
Yeah. All right, let's head to break. No Tommy, so obviously no heaters. Won't be that long of a break. Give us a couple minutes.
Just gotta shake it.
We could have gone break free, but
Just gotta shake it,
Just
not
gotta
stir
shake
it.
it a couple times.
We'll not be stirring it.
We are brought to you every Sunday by our doc, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. You can find him on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. 3 locations, Cherry Hill, Burlington, and Princeton. Also, Gibson Mayer, LLC. It's tax season's coming up soon. It'll always be here before you know. It's always tax season.
And talk amongst yourselves.
tax season's coming
Hey,
soon.
Talk amongst yourselves until
It's like
September.
It's like
I don't
8
know.
months away.
It's
Tax
coming up.
season's April.
talk
What
amongst
the fuck
your,
just happened?
talk
I don't
amongst
know.
yourself. You know,
But
we'll
Gibson
be back.
Mayer, LLC, GibsonMayer.com. You can find him on the web. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Feel free to trash Brinkman in there.
Yeah, go hammer Brinkman.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
What's up, fam? We are back. Second half of the show brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. You can find him on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Once again, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, LaRalpho Ball on the ones and twos. There's some comments flying on the break. I'm just going to jump right in because I think they're really unfortunately.
Let's hear
They're
them.
unfortunate. Chrome checks in guys who don't have the flexibility to put on a belt without hurting for a week or taking shots at luck. GTFO.
Boy, Cromer.
LOL. This is Rob coming back. LOL. His body gave up on him. He knew he was retiring long ago. Proof he was on the sideline when the news broke.
What? Hold on. Let's stop right there.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
Break it down sentence by sentence.
Because he's been in the training camp all year, been working to try to get back on the field, and he's standing there watching his teammates play in a football game. That's proof that he's known for weeks. You're a fucking clueless moron. Continue.
Break it by sentence.
You guys just put athletes on a pedestal for whatever reason and don't
that's
hold
it.
them
We're putting the
accountable
pussy on the pedestal.
to basic human standards like professionalism.
Professionalism?
What are you talking
Dude's
about,
probably been busting his ass off. First off, you don't know shit. You don't know a fucking thing. Fix your tube.
This ain't a
okay?
fucking. This ain't
You
a
don't
9 to
know a
5.
fucking thing. First off. Secondly, this dude, I guarantee you, he's been busting his ass trying to get back on the field, and his body he just can't do it. Like, what do you want from this guy? He can't do it. He can't stay healthy. His body's broken down on him.
This ain't a normal. This ain't a normal 9 to 5.
Yeah, did you watch the fucking interview?
Professionalism.
Like you could see the dude was
broken.
he was broken up about
And Jim
it.
Irsay even
Like,
said,
everyone-
we knew this was coming.
I'm sure he probably told Irsay a day ago. I'm sure,
Well, he probably saw,
wasn't.
but as you mentioned, they probably saw him in the training room going through all this, and they
yeah,
probably
but
had an
trying to get
idea.
back. Like, this dude can't get back. His body won't allow him to get back, and it's sad to say, but in no way does that make him unprofessional or a quitter. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. First off, and that kind of take just I don't understand what you're talking about, Rob. Seriously, I try not to. I don't hate you, but that's an awful take. It's a garbage fucking take.
It's a troll statement.
It's
Come
an
on,
absolute
dude.
troll
This
take.
thing-
What are you talking
Just
about?
because it's 15 days away,
Yeah, what does
come
that
on.
mean? What
The
does it
guy
mean?
obviously went through the offseason and did
Yeah.
what he could to prepare for the
What are you
season.
even
Kobe
getting
was
at?
starting the year anyway.
Right? You think he knew if he was going to fucking retire that he wouldn't have fucking told him in fucking December?
Think he would have been doing the training camps
you know,
away from his family
in February, you
for
would've told him?
days. Yeah, he'd have been doing all that because he was going to retire. Fucking come on, man. Seriously, get a clue.
Laughable, you give Andrew Luck a pass. Sad, actually. I don't care that Luck retired. I really don't. If you don't want to play, that's fine. He has a degree from Stanford. He'll be fine. But there's always ways to do things, and there is a way not to do things.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
They play the Chargers in a
season's
week,
about
and
to
the
start.
dude just bailed. If he retired,
He
when
wasn't
should
playing
have,
anyway.
They could have had Foles or drafted somebody. So now we're
Oh,
crowning.
yeah.
Oh,
now
yeah.
we're crowning
Yeah.
Foles.
Everybody
again.
wants Foles.
Talk about a fucking stupid statement. There it is, right
Yeah.
there. Christ Almighty.
Now
Fucking
we're
won
back
a
on the
Super, won a
Foles train.
Super Bowl. Now he's
Yeah.
fucking top 5 quarterback. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that
It's
was
embarrassing.
That was Elliott
Right?
Shore
Fucking
Parks today.
Now you're
embarrassing.
now we're embarrassed.
Now
Elliott Shore
we're
Parks
fucking
had that same
embarrassed.
take. He goes, if the Eagles would have done the right thing
Fucking
and
Foles.
franchise
That's hilarious. Could have had Foles.
imagine what they could have gotten right now.
Well, first off, Elliott Shore Parks is an idiot.
that's what I'm going with.
I gotta stop saying first off, but Elliott Shore Parks is an idiot.
But it's like, and then you're like, oh yeah, if they would have franchised Foles, they would have had no cap space to do anything that they did all year.
I don't like these guys that want to franchise. I understand that Nick Foles is a god in his town and always will be, and he got a statue and he rightfully deserved the statue. And I love Nick, but Nick Foles is an mediocre quarterback. That's what he is. What he's
best.
always been. I wouldn't say at best because he's a veteran now. He understands the game more. I think he's better than when he left the first time.
Sure.
But Nick Foles he's not a guys aren't. Indianapolis isn't like, God damn it, we could have had Nick Foles. Fuck! Christ almighty. Like, what are you smoking? Where Jim Irsay right now is like, we could have had Nick. Damn it. God damn it. Jesus Christ, dude.
Chrome reprised the Rob. That's bullshit. You're holding them to a pedestal with your ridiculous take. Because if you held him to a basic human standard, you realize the guy battled back from a neck injury, and now is another major injury that has set him back. Like
Absolutely,
any other
Chrome.
human being, it's not your right to tell someone when it is or isn't time to hang it up. The guy wanted to give it a go and finally came to a conclusion he couldn't.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, we talked about it early on, all right? So if you're just chiming in, you know what I mean? Like, just because you're a fan don't give you the right to fucking – these guys don't give a shit what you say.
Oh, Reese
right? That's number one, which,
Imagine that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you still can't – have an opinion, all right? But, the fact you're using the word, professionalism and human decency or whatever, dude, that just don't make any sense.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's where you lose.
The guy can't do it. The guy can't do it. I mean, if you want to say
you can be upset over him retiring.
If you were one of the 53 guys in the locker room and that's your guy and you knew that, man, we had a shot this year with him, you should be, you could be upset and obviously, and it would suck.
But they probably know because they probably see him working. And what it is Rob's making a statement from his fucking computer and he has no idea. He doesn't see him working. He has no idea what's going on. That's why it's a crumb take. And it's a professionalism. That's where you really upset me right there. And the fact he's known for weeks. Proof is that he's on the sideline. What the fuck are you talking about? That made no sense right there. That's when you lost everybody. What the fuck are you talking about? He's been in training camp, working out with the team. He's watching his team play like you're supposed to do. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he wouldn't have been at camp. He would have been absent from camp. It would have been a story, just like when AB leaves, for Helmet Gate or, Blister Gate or whatever it is.
Meanwhile, he's stroking Antonio Brown in a video yesterday about how he's going to lead the league in every fucking receiving category. He's going to win the Triple Crown in receiving. That ain't going to happen. And mark that down. And also, what? So you love the guy he's created a fiasco around the helmet to not practice, and you're killing the guy who's been working his ass to get back
on a new team.
Can't get back. That's where you are right now. That's what you like. Okay. We've seen you. We see your true colors.
Chrome, who's to say that he wasn't going to retire and the Colts asked him to wait and see how he felt? You're just throwing out an idiotic hot take without any real knowledge or facts of the situation.
Yep.
It's not a hot take. It's a cold take.
This is Rob. Go ahead.
Freezing cold.
Go ahead and name me Crumb of the Week. I'm right. Nothing will change my mind, obviously.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever, guys. The way it happened and the timing rubs me the wrong way. Have a good show. Are you really saying that Foles isn't better than Brissett?
Yes.
I'm not really.
I would say, I don't know that I would take Foles over Jacoby Brissett, but when you already know that Jacoby Brissett knows the offense, he's been there for 2 years, I'd say they're about even.
He said never once. I said the Foles should have franchised or be on the Eagles. And I didn't say you. I said
no, Elliott Short Park said that. He's an idiot.
Back to the Phillies. Todd C. Lewis, the 1911 loss after being up 7-0, to me is the final nail in Kapler's coffin.
Well, we hope to God.
Crumb, just because you won't change your mind about a dumb take doesn't mean you're not the Crumb of the Week for it.
I mean, and like I said, we'll move on.
Tom's saying
we'll move on from it.
We've moved on.
It got revisited, so that's why we got a little angry and stuff.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to have an opinion. Nobody's taking that away from you. You're allowed to be to me, like I said, you should feel something if you're a Colts fan or in that locker room as a coach or a player or a front office guy, you know what I mean? So that shows that you care, and that guy, that's how special of a player he was.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
To show that and to be upset, all right? But I got a problem with all the other adjectives that are getting thrown around at him. You know what I mean? You don't have to like how it went down, or you like it. Like you said, it rubs them the wrong way. That's fine, dude. Like I said, I'm not gonna take that away from you.
No,
That
can definitely
totally
rub you the wrong way.
justifiable. That's totally justifiable.
But to call it unprofessional and saying that he's killing his teammates and all that stuff doesn't make any sense.
No. Tommy's wondering to call in or not. So we might get a call from the boss here in a little bit.
We might answer.
Call in. Get your take on Andrew.
But he says, preach it, Big Wilson. Kermit even says, preach Wilson. I mean, you hit every nail on the head.
Well, the biggest key is that he's
Kapler's final nail in the coffin.
He's crushing Luck, but he's pumping up Antonio Brown, who's been the biggest crumb of the offseason by far. It's not even close.
On a new team. It's not like he's still in Pittsburgh where he knows the offense.
I can't.
You know what I mean? Or he has a rapport with
And
Ben.
I understand that he's a crazy, great talent. I don't see any way that it doesn't end like
worker.
Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Like Randy Moss ended, where he had, I think Randy had like 75 catches, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, and was done 1 year. I see the same thing happening. I just don't. How do you come in like that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
On a new team?
To me, like, don't you want to set a good example? New teammates. I don't know.
And
it
just
talk about rubbing you the wrong way. I mean,
yeah,
that's
like
the definition of rubbing
that's
you the wrong
what
way.
should rub you the wrong
Like,
way.
I mean, we should have probably expected it. They were announced on Hard Knocks. You should have known something was going to happen because
and just the fiasco that he put Pittsburgh through last year.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
he's a crumb. He's an absolute crumb.
No, for sure.
Real quick, the Redskins named Case Keenum their starter for Week 1.
Oh, Case Keenum!
Championship, lock it up. TJ, who's your mama? Throw it away, Franco.
Oh man, so
Case Keenum.
So that's who we faced Week 1.
So we officially faced Case Keenum.
Case Keenum. That's all right. I remember last time he came in, I was at the game.
It was tight till he threw that pick six.
Vikings.
It was tight till he threw that pick six.
Yeah, it was a storm. It was a steamroll.
Yeah,
it was a steamroll.
Right after that, yeah.
I was at the game before. Sorry, the Atlanta game.
Is that
but
that's
that
at
was
home, right?
That was the best day. That might have been the best show we've ever had
that's
that
at
day.
Home.
That morning of the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
And I it's mainly because I'm a puffer fish a little bit right here.
Go ahead.
Puffer fish time. But I woke up that morning and I had
a lot of people
puffered
today.
As I was getting high that morning, I had an epiphany.
Uh-oh.
And it was Case Keenum can't beat us in Philadelphia. It's not possible. And I came in that morning. I said, we're gonna fucking roll this team. And they went right down the field and scored on us first. And I was like, fuck, dude, I'll be so wrong. And then they never scored again. It was great. I was like, yes.
Yeah. And then he threw the pick six. And then it was like everybody's butthole went. Yeah. See ya.
Loose butthole.
Yep. Loose butthole.
Loose butthole.
Speak for yourself.
Case Keenum loose.
Yeah.
No, we're tight
change the whole
butthole.
game.
We're tight butthole. Case Keenum went loose butthole. Yes, we're tight. We're tight over here.
Change the whole game.
But it changed the whole dynamic. And you're right. They never ended up scoring. They never,
step stack, scoop and score.
They never scored again.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
So
it was even better than the Super Bowl because we absolutely trashed them. Super Bowl, I was sweating bullets.
Score, I'm sorry. Just a strip sack.
Yeah.
Scoop and score.
Yeah.
Super Bowl was amazing, but I was sweating bullets.
Even down to that last play.
Oh my God!
Down to
At
the
the very
last
end.
play.
We can't. Nothing's easy. Nothing's ever easy for us. Nothing's easy.
I was waiting for the flag. I'm still like, where's the flag at?
I mean,
I'm like, you give the ball back to Brady with
too much
time.
time.
What is going on?
Too much time.
I still can't believe, because just my life as a Philadelphia fan, how it's always been, I always expect the worst.
Yeah.
And there was a couple, the touchdown by Clement in the back of the end zone. A couple of them were like,
yeah, you're like,
are they going to did they just give us that touchdown?
Did they confirm that call? Did they confirm that call?
It was like,
we're like,
it was
things
like
are
it's
finally
meant to
going
be.
our way
It was
this
like
year.
it was a higher power. It was meant to be.
And thank God the pass
The Hail Mary
interference.
fell right at the one, too. It was crazy.
And you can't review it. Because Gronk was raped.
Yeah, but that's fine. But that happens on that play.
Well, no,
if you throw a flag on that play.
Now you can review it, though.
Oh, well, I don't care. If you throw a flag on
Now
a
you
Hail
can
Mary
review it,
play,
though.
you should be killed. Twice.
But you know it's going to come up this year because
He's
you can
still-
review
No,
it.
they're not going to review a Hail Mary play. They
He's
should
still
say,
moving.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a Hail Mary, okay? Make a play, catch the ball. That's
still
That's
moving.
what happens in a Hail. Yeah. I meant we're going to shoot him twice. We'll throw him out of the window and we'll slit his throat on the way down.
I just thought you
in
had
case he survives the
some
fall.
extra bullets. You just want to get rid of. Sometimes I like to empty out.
Aaron's looking a little scroungy up there. I don't know. He may have a rough day. I hope not.
College football returned.
Yeah.
Their 150th season. That's insane.
Yeah.
And the NFL's at 100. It's pretty crazy
Yeah.
how they both hit a major milestone this
And
year.
and so Packers, Chicago for the 100th anniversary. Right there, they're opening it up.
Yeah.
When normally it's the
defending champ.
Super Bowl chance that opens it. Yes, that's pretty cool though.
Switch.
Yeah.
But Miami faced off against Florida last night at the Camping World Stadium. in
Orlando.
My dad was working the game on the field.
Pops on the field.
Pops was on the field. And I didn't get any pictures, though, so I didn't know where he was. He said he was walking around the tailgate, and I can imagine Miami and Florida tailgates are pretty solid on the scenery front in Orlando.
I get my buddy lives legit less than 2 miles from Camping World Stadium.
Yeah.
My boy Keith Jamsky. I don't know if you know him. Bunk, Bunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that where he lives?
Yeah, that's where he lives. But he sent me a text. I mean, I'll read it on air because I don't care.
Yeah, nice stadium. They're actually doing a lot of renovations to the stadium.
Said,
a lot of eye candy.
They want the
he
NFL
said,
to stay.
Miami versus Florida, downtown Orlando is going to be crawling with muff tonight. That's exactly what he said.
And he's absolutely right. But yeah, football's back. It wasn't the greatest game from a technical standpoint.
I didn't watch it.
Sloppy-wise, but I mean, like the
Sloppy-wise,
ending, I mean,
yeah.
it was a.
The ending was dramatic, though.
It wasn't well played, put it that way,
Correct,
but it was
yes.
a good game.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But that's like we said earlier. Usually teams open up against a cupcake because they think you might be a little sloppy first week.
Well, I mean, like I said, Florida, did everything in their power to try to give them the game. I mean, 4th and 34, you get a PI. It's unheard of.
And
you let them catch a 20-yard pass. And
That's incredible.
And you
I
tackle.
didn't even know that happened.
Oh, yeah. It was like a 15-yard out. It wasn't even for the 34 yards. So it was literally impossible for them to get the first down. And the guy went, I guess, pulled them down.
It wasn't even close.
Pulled them down.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then he got another one in the end zone, and it wasn't. It was a
I
good
thought
pickup.
yeah.
They picked up the flag, or it would have
They
been
threw
first
one
and goal.
in the end zone. It would have been first and goal. And I was like,
It wasn't face guarding. He
actually-
got his head around. It
Yeah.
was good.
But there is no face guarding in college anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it's still,
I was glad they
he
picked
didn't
that up.
run into him.
Yeah,
There was no contact. So.
But it was like you're sitting there watching the game, and Miami has a chance to win, and you're like, Miami has
Got him. Yes.
What are you doing, Castro?
That boy Starlin.
That's what he does.
Like Miami had zero, not chance, had zero reason to win that game, except the fact that Florida just kept giving it to them.
Kept giving it to
Like
him.
two fumbles inside the red zone. Like, dude, what are you
That
doing?
happens in college. Yeah. That's why Alabama just dominates.
Up with a 4-minute offense, and Franks
They
throws
don't
the
do
ball
that.
Yeah.
right to three guys and just says,
4-minute drill.
we'll take one.
It was unbelievable. Starling, that was impressive steal right there.
See ya.
Not sure.
He's not even running.
Not sure what that. He doesn't. He's never played hard in his life. The guy's got a ton of talent.
Tag on the face.
Ton of talent. Never played the game hard one bit since he's been in the big leagues.
But he lit up the Phillies for 5 RBIs
No,
without even.
Oh, he can swing it.
Oh,
That's how killer that was. Oh, it's foul.
Thank you, Jesus.
That's Brian Anderson. He can really hit.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
First off,
for the
they have a
Marlins.
couple guys that have
Yeah.
really turned heads.
No, it's not Anderson. That's Cooper Loop.
That's Garrett Cooper.
Garrett Cooper.
Yeah, Coops.
Yeah.
Anderson might be hurt, isn't he?
I think, Anderson got hit on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So
but
now
back to college.
that we've broken into college, though, who do you guys like for the playoff? We might as well bust into it.
Yeah, I mean,
Little early prediction, early playoff prediction.
Yeah, it's the two.
Obviously, it's
what
Clemson,
other
Alabama.
what other two spots can you get?
Right.
The other two already. Seats taken. 2 seats are taken. You got 2 left. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, somebody's beating Clemson.
You think? It was funny. I was
Look who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, and that's okay. I mean, I got a
Listen,
shot at him.
all I
mean,
know is
go
that
ahead.
2 years ago somebody beat him. Last year someone should have beat him in Clemson, and we get him at home again this year. That's all I'm saying.
They just won't lose
That's all I'm
twice.
saying.
They won't lose twice.
Oh, no, they won't. No,
Yeah,
they
that's
won't.
it.
Cuse.
That's the problem. You know what I mean?
Watch out for the Cuse.
I got you.
Cuse are actually we're gonna be ranked this year, so maybe we'll stink now, but we'll see. We'll see. First time we've been ranked in like 17 years. I'm a little pumped up about it. Okay, so don't shit on my dreams. Don't shit on my dreams.
Don't the Cuse play my Liberty Flames?
This week, I think we do play
Yeah.
Cupcake this week. Oh, it's gonna be great. Is that where you went, Liberty?
I went there.
Yum,
yeah.
yum, yum.
We're gonna rip
Yeah,
them
yeah,
up.
yeah.
I can't wait. Smoke job.
Second year in the big time.
Is that vanilla icing?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be
That's a
rough for you.
You know who the new
we
head coach
have
is?
two All-American DNs.
You know who the new head coach is? They had Turner Gill from Kansas.
Okay.
They got Hugh
Or
Freeze?
Buffalo, and that's Hugh Freeze.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
old Hugh
stripper
Freeze.
gate.
Old Hugh.
Oh, old
Stripper
Hugh.
gate.
Wow.
Old run it up on the
Hugh,
old Miss Tap.
Hugh snuck his way back in D1,
like,
huh?
yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
give me
Liberty's
every-
getting D1.
Give me every hooker you got in Ole Miss and send them to my office.
Is that what you said, Liberty?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Liberty.
he's at Liberty.
Wow.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze.
He
That's
just
where
got
Seth
hurt or
Curry
something.
went.
He just got
Yeah.
sick or something.
Yeah,
Seth
I know.
Curry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seth Curry. Were you up there?
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
I was there the year we lost to St. Joe's as a 16 seed, and Jameer Nelson,
Okay,
Delonte
Even
West.
Seth Curry left.
Delonte West.
Oh, no.
Even Seth Curry was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I just saw Greg on campus. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
But I was
it's
like,
so Greg Wiley.
but like, how after everybody missed out on Steph, how do you miss out on Seth? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you let Seth go to Liberty versus any other mid-major? You know what I mean? And then he obviously goes to Duke. And
Well, because they're small, but they could shoot it.
yeah. But I would have just went bloodline. You know what I mean? The other teams out there, I'm always been a Georgia guy.
Yeah.
I think Georgia's always a very good team.
They're the third one.
It's just a matter of
we'll see what
you're obviously losing to Alabama, so do you get another loss in there? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like,
we'll see.
well,
I know. That's the loss that you would expect.
Right.
But.
And then that fourth team, is it Oregon? Is it a team out of the Big Ten? I don't think the Big Ten's overpowered this year. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a powerhouse in the Big Ten this year.
Yeah, could be Oklahoma. I mean,
Oklahoma's there.
I'm just not a
with
Hurts.
Jalen,
I'm not a Hurts
Jalen
guy,
Hurst.
but he wins.
I
he won in Alabama.
I give the kid a lot of credit for the way he handled that situation.
Yeah, no, we talked.
I was happy with him last year.
We praised
when
him
he
on
came
air.
in last year.
For the way he handled
Yeah,
it.
with the way he handled that.
Talk about professionalism.
Yeah.
There's the definition of professionalism.
Yeah.
Guy came in, got
You know
his
what I
job taken from him, didn't whine about it, stayed there. Stayed through the course. Now he's a grad transfer, and he wins the job at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's how it's done. And guess what? Thank God he stayed there because they needed him last year.
Yeah.
Tua gets hurt. He comes in and plays well and wins the game.
Oh, there's no question.
No, absolutely.
Huge. That's how you do it. That's how it's done.
I mean, Ohio State's always loaded, so they got to be in the
But they got the new
conversation.
coach.
Yeah, I know.
Does Ryan Day have that same magic that Urban had?
Sure.
Jim Harbaugh just can't win a big game.
Syracuse is going to go undefeated.
Do they play enough people
No,
to
they're not
get
gonna
in?
undefeated.
No, but I'm saying
we would get in because we play in the ACC. That means we have to beat Clemson.
That would be it.
Yeah, we would get in, and we're starting the season ranked, so we would definitely get in. But we're not really going to go in. I'd love to see us get a BCS bowl. That's what I would love.
What do you got, Ralph?
I got some fun facts on old Jimmy Boy, since I'm a big Michigan State guy.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
So Jim Harbaugh is 2-7 all time against Michigan State, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. He's 0-4 at home against those teams.
You could have just said, he hasn't beat Michigan.
First off, I'm not
or Ohio State.
I'm not a khaki guy, so I hear you. I'm not a Jim Harbaugh guy.
And he's 1-9 versus top 10 teams.
Yeah, he's horrendous.
Yeah, he's really bad.
I just love the fact that a QB guy cannot recruit a QB.
Yeah, I mean that's besides the win-loss record and whatever, and the facts.
That's his problem.
And the facts that Ralphie just spit out is the biggest issue is the quarterback thing. It's just unbelievable. You know what I mean?
He can recruit every other talent, but he cannot
and
get
it's
a
at
QB.
the collegiate level too. So it's not like, hey, you're not developing any quarterbacks for the NFL, so don't go to Michigan. You're not developing anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how about you can't even get guys to play well at the collegiate level? You know
Right.
what I mean? That's why I'm not.
Can't get a Tim Tebow.
That's what I'm saying.
A guy
that's
that
why
plays
I'm not
in
big
college.
on a guy like Tua. Tua to me is a college guy. And
Yeah.
that'll be like I said, that chapter still has to be written. But I mean, he can't even get guys like that. He can't even get anybody to play well at the collegiate level, which is crazy.
Kyle agrees with you.
But I look for, and I don't know if they're being the top four, but for
Syracuse
me,
has a squad this year.
for me, a sleeper is Nebraska.
The Cuse is not bad. I do agree, and I love our coach.
This is Frosty's second year. He's starting to get his guys in. Look for Nebraska to make some noise. Now I don't know. Like I said, I'm not talking top four.
Yeah. I heard an
I
interesting
expect them to be
stat.
better.
I mean, but I do.
Watching game day yesterday, and I was glad to see when game day was originally announced at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
They originally came out and said no signs. I'm glad they let some signs and flags in there because that's game day. You know what I mean? But they said of the last 26 years, 25 of them had somebody not ranked or ranked outside the top 10 make it into the top 10. Like Washington State, for example. You know what I mean? The last couple of years, ranked 15th, works their way all the way up to a top 5 ranking or a top 6 ranking.
Yeah, of course.
25 of the last 26 years, there's been some sort of sleeper team come out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, there always is.
You know what I mean?
Well, here's one for you. The best sign by far yesterday was the sign that said Florida has the same amount of ACC championships as Miami. That's by far the best sign.
That was great.
Florida's in the SEC, in case anyone was wondering. I saw that. I was like, that's a good dig right there. Love that one.
Watching that game, though, last night, I was just sitting there, and I'm like, this is Felipe Frank's second year in this offense, and he still looks lost at times. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
I know
guess what?
Miami's got a
Guess
good
what?
defense.
That's
but
always
Mullins is a good quarterback.
Mullins is a good
that's
guy.
always been the same thing with Florida too for years now. Can't find a quarterback.
Yeah.
Florida's been really struggling to find a quarterback since Tebow
Mullins
left.
a quarterback whisperer. You know what I mean? Like he's.
That was always my not
Tebow,
hatred
he had
versus LSU, but
Dak.
LSU never had an offense. You know what I mean? And now with Orgeron, they're a little bit better on the offensive side.
Yeah. Yeah, I like LSU. And once again, it's the SEC's tough. You know, they got
The SEC's
top
super
3
tough.
schedule.
Yeah.
I think
Super
they
tough.
might have the hardest schedule. I think.
I'd love to see Georgia get there. If I was going to pick, I would say Clemson and Bama are probably both going to be there. And then you don't know where you're going to go. So I'm going to say Cuse.
Of course.
With our only loss to Clemson. And I guess I'll go Georgia, but I mean, there's some teams I like that. Like Oregon's not bad, but I don't know about Oregon, but they're not bad. Like,
And they got a quarterback. You know what I mean? That's why Oregon's there.
They
You
have
got
a
the
quarterback. They have
You
a
know what I mean?
quarterback.
Real quick on the comments, Crum says Camping World Stadium is a shithole. The area around the tailgate is a shithole too, with all the bums. I agree, but they are fixing that.
Kromer knows Orlando, brother.
Rob comes back in, calling Andrew Luck selfish and unprofessional. May have been.
Backtrack talk.
Touch much on my part.
Backtrack talk.
Still rubs me wrong. There we go. Now
It can rub you wrong. It can rub you wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And I totally respect that.
And now he said
you circled the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
he said WTF with these trash uniforms. I agree. I don't get them at all.
I just don't understand
can
why they
barely
had
see-
to.
you
Why do
can't
they have
see
to
the
be?
names.
Why do they have to be all white and all black?
You
It
can't
makes
even
no
see the
sense.
names. Like, why not even do the nickname thing? Then you can't even see
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I know. It's
Jim Harbaugh stinks. He does.
yeah.
Michigan, Ohio State are overrated, but Ohio State plays no one per usual, so they will go undefeated.
I like Texas this year,
Yeah, me too.
but
I'm a Herman guy.
yeah, so am I. I like Tom Herman, but the only thing with Texas is they always seem to let a game go that they should win every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
And they got the Red River rivalry. You know,
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
can beat an oak tree, you got a shot.
You're right, absolutely. Kyle Harbaugh had Luck and Cap at their best. He's kind of overrated, to be honest. I mean, the only one he had was Cap or Luck, because Cap's terrible. I know you love him, but he's terrible.
Well, he can't. Well, listen.
He had him at his best.
But those guys like that. This is what some people just don't seem to understand. Like that's why Kaepernick will never play again. That's why RG3's never
And
played
Luck
again.
where?
Those guys that come in,
Stanford.
Oh yeah.
those guys that come in that are
he also
dynamite
had Zach Ertz,
athletes, they're going to get. They run too much and they're going to get hurt. First off, but when they first come in and they're not hurt yet, and they're dynamite athletes. Defensive coordinators don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so they have like usually about a 20-game window where they are awesome. RG3 was amazing, if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay, like they're awesome, and guys don't know how to defend them. And once they start picking up on, okay, they do this, they kind of give this away,
Here's
and
their trend,
this is what they like
yep.
to do. Once they start getting tape on them, because they're not good at reading the defense, sitting in the pocket and throwing down the field, and they need to use the rollouts and a lot more of option type offense. Once they figure that out, then they're usually not as good. And it's been the trend for the amount of time as the NFL's been around.
No, you're absolutely
right.
right.
So that's why I think Lamar Jackson and Baltimore will have a good year this year. But that same thing with Cap. He had Cap when Cap was young, and teams didn't know how to defend him. Shit, that playoff game against Green Bay, would he run for $190 and throw for $190? Like he was dynamic out there, run all over the field. Guys didn't know what to do. Then they said, "Oh, don't let him run. Don't let him roll right. He can't throw if he rolls left." And then all of a sudden, hey, now what'd you notice? No one let Cap roll right no more.
Last night,
then what happened? Cap, then now he can't throw from the pocket, and then bang, and then he's not good anymore.
That's what they said last night about Franks. They wanted Miami wanted him to roll out to his left because they know he couldn't throw to the left.
Yeah.
You know. Rob says Iowa wins the Big Ten West. He thinks Washington.
Chris Peterson, good coach.
Yeah.
Well, Iowa's always tough.
Yeah, well, Chris Pearson's a good coach at Washington. I agree.
And then,
Washington's another team that always throws the game away, though. They'll use the Utah or some shit.
They had that transfer quarterback, I think, from Georgia. The kid that lost out.
Eason.
Eason.
Okay.
So they got a top guy quarterback now.
There's like 12 guys that made musical changes.
Yeah, huge moves.
Yeah, but these guys always move. The one dude struck out again, right? Dude from Ohio State or
Yeah,
whatever.
he didn't play last night.
Yeah,
Tate
Martell.
Martell.
He was a wide receiver.
He struck
He
out.
moved to wide receiver.
He struck out again.
He
Good
said-
work, Tate. Good job, Tate.
He said, "Well, if
That's
I'm
why
not
you-
going to
that's
play
why you-
quarterback,
that's
I'll
why you-
play wide receiver."
That's why you stick it out. Because
why-
Tate
that's why-
Martell, there's the number one reason of why you stick it out.
Yep.
Because
He
now
got-
he's had
he
to
got scared
transfer
of,
twice.
He got scared of Justin Fields.
Yeah,
That's why he left.
and
Yeah.
who's not very.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's the first year starting. You know what I mean? With a new coach. Franks is terrible. Not sure how they ranked 8th. They barely won, and 2 of their touchdowns were flukes. Yeah, I mean, there was just bad tackling.
It's just SEC. I mean,
you could tell that they don't tackle anymore.
They'll
in
blow out
practice.
shitty teams. You know, Miami's not a bad team, so they'll blow out some crappy teams. But SEC, they'll lose some games. I'm with you on that, Brink. There's no way Florida's a top 10 team in my opinion.
No.
Come into the season, no chance.
Came off a huge bowl win. That's just how these preseason stuff.
Yeah,
works.
that's how it works.
You know, rosters and depth
Yeah.
charts and all that good stuff, and conference, like you said, SEC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where they get these rankings. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. But that's kind of where it came from.
Yeah. Texas will beat LSU, then lose to Oklahoma State. Herman needs to get them ready to play every week.
Agreed.
Kyle says Texas is hyped every year and sink early.
Yeah, well, they always lose
They
early.
have,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what sucks.
Rob says Washington has Easton, and they will be favored in every game. They have Oregon and Utah at home, which is big.
And that's when
That is big.
You're going back to the Charlie Strong years there, Kyle. You know what I mean? Rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like you're not saying you're wrong, but I mean,
Right.
like, this is a young coach and we'll see. I mean, he can't just go off reputation, so he's got to get it done. I mean, they how they feel about their football in Texas, so they want him to be back in the national power.
Absolutely,
You know
yeah.
the early Mac years.
Yeah. Where's
Brown.
Mac at this year?
Brown.
North Carolina?
Yeah, he went back.
Yeah, he came back. I knew
he
he
was
couldn't.
there before his second time around. Yeah.
I knew he couldn't stay on
UNC.
the mic. Stay on the mic for long. No one could understand him.
Nah, it put you to sleep. Cure for insomnia.
Whatever. Yeah.
Him and Charlie Manuel would have a great discussion. Subtitles for him and Chuck.
Oh my goodness, it'd be unreadable.
Subtitle talk.
Yeah. UCF.
National champion.
Another
2
guy,
years
another
ago?
transfer.
UCF.
Winbush.
Yeah,
is there,
Winbush.
Notre Dame guy.
UCF will be good again.
Who was a
They'll be
a
good
decommit
again.
from Penn State.
Yeah.
They'll be good again. So, they'll be whining about how they won a national. They're
Yeah,
coming.
now they're back to back or whatever. Back to back national champions. I still feel bad for that Milton kid. I still feel bad for
yeah.
Mackenzie Milton.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Who-
the fact that
who
he's still
doesn't?
not back.
Who doesn't?
You know. And then,
But that UCF team's they'll be solid.
another Penn State guy leaving. What's his freaking name? Tommy Stevens was named the starting quarterback at Mississippi State. Who's got a bunch of former Penn Staters on staff. So
Starkville.
that probably worked out well.
Yeah, sure.
Phillies are on. Runner on first. I was going to say double play ball, but we don't know about Franco anymore. Bottom 2, 1 out, 0-2 count on the pitcher from Knowles. So who's at 4th? Is it Oregon? Is it Washington?
I
Texas?
didn't realize that they play out all the tough games at home. Washington. That's good for Washington.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So that bodes well. But now they can't blow one at home,
Right.
Obviously, but yeah, that bodes well for them though.
Washington
And-
State's always in there.
Like what you got to figure is
Do the Cougs push through?
I mean,
fucking Washington
it's
State.
a Washington, Texas, Ohio State mix probably for me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can say LSU, but
Yeah,
you
and
can't
you
have
could-
3 teams.
and you
right?
could- yeah,
You got to pull
Yeah,
Georgia
and
out.
Someone's
you
gonna
could
lose.
say-
Yeah.
You could say Oklahoma could be there, but we don't know how
Yeah.
that's going to work
Right.
out with Hurts. But yeah, they could be there.
Yeah.
In the end, like you said, Ohio State. I'm not a Michigan guy. I don't think they'll get there.
No, because they can't beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
If you can't beat Ohio State, you don't get in.
Yeah, there's a double.
There's a
play
double
ball.
play ball.
There's your dead plumber. DP.
Yeah.
Dean Machine.
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
That's a homer pick though. I'll be the first one to tell you.
Is there anybody outside of Clemson, Alabama that hoist the national championship?
No.
Georgia, maybe.
Syracuse.
Not
If Syracuse wins the national championship, somebody is going to be really happy, and somebody's going to have a real good betting year. I'll tell you that.
Are you putting money on it?
Oh, fucking A, I'm putting money on it. Are you kidding me? I'll be betting Syracuse every game.
No, I'm saying, are you going to put money on them to win the national championship?
I might do it tomorrow. If I win money in DraftKings, I will.
The odds got to be tremendous odds.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
what
say,
are they?
I could probably put $20 on it and win a bunch.
Pull it up. See what
I'm
the odds
sure
are.
it's a lot. It's got to be. It's got to
Plus
be
40 grand.
Oh, if it's
Maybe
that
more.
much, I'm putting. It's that much, I'm putting $5 on it. But no, I would think it's probably. I was gonna say.
Rob
I was
thinks
gonna
it's
say
Georgia.
I was
Rob
gonna say
loves Georgia.
4,000.
Rob has Georgia 9-1 to win it all. Pete checks in from PSG.
Pete
Agree
A.
with the poll, boys. I know I'm checking in late. All good, Pete.
What up, Pete?
We'll take you whenever. Penn State under 8.5 wins.
You got to be like 35 to 1, right?
Rob thinks Georgia, it's their year.
I like Georgia as well. I hear you. We need a little bit of we need a shake up.
Yeah, we do need something new. I mean, I love the run that both Alabama and Clemson are on because obviously we've seen like with the Phillies and stuff like that. Like it's so hard
respect with them
to
two guys have
sustain
done, yeah.
such
Plus
a run.
20,000.
Plus 20,000.
Yeah.
There you go.
And they're not that far down.
Who's around them?
I said 40.
Like,
Miami, Stanford, Oklahoma State, Syracuse, USC, and Iowa State and Iowa are all plus 20,000. 15,000 is Wisconsin, Washington State, UCF, Mississippi State, Michigan
national
State.
champs,
$10
UCF.
He said, who did he say he really likes?
He likes Georgia.
Georgia is plus 900.
Yeah, they're 9-1.
Yeah. Clemson and Bama are plus 175, plus 250. Michigan's actually Michigan and Oklahoma are tied at plus 1,800.
Such a.
I can't believe Michigan's
I can't
there.
believe
That's
Michigan's
ridiculous.
there. Like I don't buy into it.
Washington's a good one though. If you want to try to get bang for your buck and you're betting on Washington, plus $8,000, that's not bad.
It is bad.
To make the playoffs, here we go. That's a good one.
Here we go. Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll talk about it.
I'm sorry. They haven't.
You hit a button. Like I thought it was right there.
They haven't. I guess I could type the team in, but they haven't been ordered.
Next week we'll talk about our futures.
Go fuck yourselves. Michigan's only plus 200.
Who brought this asshole?
Michigan's only
What's going on
plus
in the
200.
Phillies game?
Michigan plus 200 to make the playoffs. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, pop up.
Shocker talk.
Ohio State plus 200.
You know what was minus 3,750 right there that Franco was going to pop up.
Syracuse plus $5,000. Plus $5,000 to make the playoffs.
Here we go. Double down.
Getting better and
Washington is.
Iowa State is 8-1.
Washington's
to make the Big
plus
12.
900 to make the playoffs. That's not
Iowa
bad.
State's Rob's a sleeper to Big 12. My dad's going to an
Cyclone
Iowa
talk.
State
I
game.
hear you.
Cyclone talk.
I think
look at
my dad's going.
I liked
Oklahoma.
when they had the mayor as
Oklahoma,
their coach,
Iowa
Fred
State.
Hoiberg.
Oh, Fred
yeah.
Hoiberg.
The mayor.
Freddie.
The mayor.
Got a roll deal.
And
Yes, he did get a raw deal.
who was that? Who was that big monster European they had in the Hoiberg days? The stretch four. I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah, George.
George.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Not Jordan, but
Yeah. His name was George though.
Horta or something.
Yeah.
George. Big Georgie banging threes like Wilson.
Dude,
Remind
I
me
love
of Wilson.
Andrew. I love
you
Andrew
see
Luck
this?
on Twitter.
Very similar to Wilson.
Read Andrew Luck's tweet.
Wilson's game back in the day. That guy.
I don't think that's
You're
really
talking
him.
George
is it?
Niang.
Yes, George Niang. Yes.
That's not. This is like a fake tweet.
No, it's Andrew Luck.
This Captain Andrew Luck.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
It's a great tweet.
Andrew Luck's tweet.
Dearest mother, the quill has never felt more heavy. I have made the decision to holster my sidearm permanently. I shall battle no more. The decision is difficult, but as the hogs taught me, I must be true to myself. I am coming home to care for you and the farm. Andrew. Cardinals-Rockies game delayed due to inclement weather. Good thing I don't have a bunch of Cardinals on my fucking DraftKings.
It's in Mizzou.
Yeah, it's in St. Louis. Better not be
Yeah.
snowing.
A lot of rain in the Midwest. Getting hammered. Hammer time.
Hammered. I like to picture Jesus with
Rob drops
Eagles
his,
wings.
Rob drops his futures college football post that we posted.
It's okay.
Let's
He's back in.
Those college football takes are right on.
He's back in.
He's back.
We're back.
He
You're
came
back.
He
You're back in.
he circled the
This is-
wagon.
This
Just
is
like
the-
Chuck-
I thought
just
we were in a trust tree.
just like
It was
Chuck,
like a good
Chuck
barbecue.
did.
Hey, it was like a good barbecue, Brinks. You know what I mean? Good barbecue, a lot of yelling.
fired up, and then we're all back.
Yeah, we had a little bit to eat. We took a dip, and now we're back.
A couple burgers were undercooked. You know what I mean?
Might be some E. coli in the future.
Let's move on to the crumb. Let's get our crumb and get out of here.
All right. What time is it? Oh, moving well.
Yeah, right about there. Anyone want to start?
My crumb of the week goes to the Indianapolis Colts fans that were there in attendance because the booing is just ridiculous. I understand that you're upset in the moment, but to boo a guy, I just don't understand the booing. I had a problem with the booing. I really did. And it's like all the guys that had the take that Rob had earlier of the – not that – I can understand if you're upset or that it rubbed you wrong, but to say that he's quitting on his team or he's unprofessional, that kind of take I really don't like. Another guy that had that take is Doug Gottlieb. And, Rob, you never want to be compared with Doug Gottlieb, okay? Let me just tell you that. Doug Gottlieb's a fucking sniveling pussy. I'll tell you that straight up. Yeah. Hate that fucking guy. So I'm not shocked that he had that same take.
Yeah.
Career shipper. I mean, of course he was like a team guy.
Torrey Smith tore him apart on Twitter today. Which really? Torrey Smith obviously respects Andrew Luck a lot. Yeah.
Well,
you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's go. But every player responded the same way. You know what I mean? Like Eric Ebron was like,
"What did Dougie say? Why don't you set the whole thing?"
Doug Gottlieb said, "Retiring because rehabbing is too hard is the most millennial thing ever." And Torrey Smith said, "Stealing credit cards because working is too hard is a millennial thing." And that's because Gottlieb got kicked off Oklahoma State for stealing credit cards. Yeah. Love it. Nice. Love it. That's when your whole past comes back to bites in the ass, Doug.
Well played, Torrey. Well played.
No, like Eric Ebron was like that. This is some person and player I'll tell my kids about one day. You know what I mean? Like, everyone, respects the guy. I mean, he
worked his ass off. He's a worker kind of guy. So, he worked his ass off. It's what it is. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame, really. It's just an absolute shame that his body broke down. And I feel bad for Colts fans. Now, obviously, I'm not a Colts fan, and I didn't draft him in fantasy or anything, so it doesn't really bother me too much. They're not going to be good, so that's better for the Eagles. Not that we play them, but it's just I feel bad for Colts fans, and because you lose, and it feels bad for NFL fans because you lose. I like watching that guy play.
I loved watching.
Because in the fourth quarter, dude was always money.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Fourth quarter of a close game, dude was always money. Always betting on luck. But
Kyle thinks Luck isn't retired for good. He'll be back in 2 years. He's too good just to walk away.
Now listen, I won't say that that's not true.
Yeah,
I think if he starts feeling better, is working out, feeling better, and he says, let me come back and give it a shot.
Yeah.
I could see that happen.
And then Kyle chimes back, it's just a shame I viewed Luck as a top 3 quarterback. This is a huge shock, personally. And I think everyone was on that same wavelength.
He's a damn good quarterback.
Yeah, I probably had him top 5.
Like I said,
it's not top 3.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, just about, the wording that you're going to use to describe the situation. You know what I mean? Shock and surprised and all that stuff and bad for the league. Any adjective you want to use like that, spot on. We just had an issue with, pussy, quitter, scumbags, bad teammates, stuff like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just an asinine. That's a terrible fan cold take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know his situation, don't know a man's body, doesn't know what he's dealing with, Just overreaction. That's talk about overreaction.
That's overreaction.
Overreaction Sunday. There it is.
Yeah,
you know what I
there
mean?
it is.
That's kind of where we were sitting, but yeah, absolutely. They'd be shocked and surprised.
First off, I was
disappointed.
I thought it was a fucking joke. I'm sure there's a ton of other people out there. I thought it was an absolute joke when I saw it. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Someone said Andrew Luck retired. That's a joke. That's funny.
My buddy texted me with Andrews with an S, and I'm like, the tight end from the Ravens? This guy's a rookie. And what are you telling me that for? Fuck do I care? I didn't even.
Guy's a rookie. Fuck I care.
I was like, wow.
Rob says, always a pleasure. I can take a punch with the best of them. And he goes, I'm smarter than Doug Gottlieb.
Oh. Rob, I'll give you that one.
And Crumbs says, I'm glad I got to see him in person against us last year.
Nice play.
Nice play.
Lewis Brinson thinks he's safe. Probably his second hit all year.
That's a guy who's so touted.
He's still extremely young, but he was the main cog in the Yelich deal, right?
Yelich deal.
Yeah.
Check it. Check it. I didn't see it live.
Are
Was
they
he
saying
safe
check
or
it?
out? Yeah.
It's close.
Safe.
Yeah, he's safe.
Oh.
He is safe.
He is safe, though.
He's safe.
It's close, but he's safe.
Eat shit, Brinson.
Yeah.
All right, so
he was.
I hate these white jerseys, and I just don't understand them. Like I said earlier, why did they have to be
then
all
the
white
pitcher's
and
gotta wear
all
a black
black? I
hat.
don't understand
And
it.
pitcher's got to wear a black hat because he's a pitcher.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What the MLB do better. Players Weekend. I like the idea. Like, there's some great stories from it too.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go opposite of Crumb of the Week, my guy of the week is Matt Chapman, and you can look up why. Well, I'll give you kind of a gist of it. Is so dude that he roomed with in college, and like our dreams were playing professional baseball. He died from like cancer or something.
Oh wow.
He died, and so he was wearing his name, that dude's name on his back for the Players Weekend. So he's like has a jersey with his name on the back, you know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty. That's
That's
pretty
what
cool.
the 45
Like that's
patch-
a cool thing.
The 45 patch is for Skags.
And that's what and Frazier did that for Freddie Hill.
Yeah.
You know, his Rutgers coach. You know, he had beef on the back and the cleats. It was,
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like that. I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But you can't even read them.
They called him out.
Yeah, you can't read them. It's crazy.
Unless they have the black jerseys on, you can't read the white jerseys.
Wow.
I mean,
they called him out?
They called him out.
Woo! Sweet Lou, see ya.
I guess, you know.
Well, he was safe. Yeah, he's in there.
So we can always amend this segment anyway, especially since I invented it. So I like to. I want to say not a crumb. I don't want to because he's not a crumb. I don't like the Bryce Harper situation going on that happened this weekend. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not going to kill the guy. He's not a crumb. He just had his first kid. It was days ago, though. To me, it's a pennant race. You're red hot. You know, just I don't know. I just thought a day would be. I thought a day would suffice. I understand they're not in Pittsburgh, right? But
I was hoping a day would
money.
suffice.
They don't have our money. You know, understand? So like we were like, hey, I don't know if we can get to Florida. You know what I mean? Like we need the rates to come down a little bit. we can't make it there. We got to hop in Tommy's trunk, right, and drive 17 hours straight through. You know what I mean? Like these guys got a ton of money. They got a ton of support systems. Right? There's, you know, he's not. I'm sure there's 20 people in the house that are helping out. You know what I mean? Like you're not breastfeeding. You know what I mean? We were making jokes about it. You know, and like I said, being a dad is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. You know what I mean? So I'm not, like I said, he's not a crumb. It's just you have a job to do. You know, and that's the bottom line. I know we all do. You know, at times, right? It's just different, especially this late in the season. I don't know. And we'll see how today happens. And he can't pitch, so he has no control over Friday's loss. And I'm not saying he has control over any of them. You know what I mean? I'd like to see him back. Now, I understand with rules, you know, like he might have had to miss the whole weekend. You know what I mean?
Think,
like, you know
when
what
they
I mean?
make a move.
Once they make a move like that, so like I said, it might have been out of obviously his hands and his camp's hand. Like once he went home, I was like, hey, we got to make a move. We got to bring Franco up. So I get all that.
We'll see you. We'll see you Monday or whatever. type deal. But.
Yeah.
No,
so by no means is he a crumb or anything like that. It wasn't, and I would kill Harper anytime, anything else related. You know what I mean? So it's not what I'm saying here. It's just, you know.
Well, I was hoping he'd be back just because I have him in fantasy and I need a win badly.
Yeah,
badly. But
like you said, the way he was swinging and just,
he was hot.
He was real hot.
I mean, also we should sweep this team without him.
Yeah.
We should, but obviously we can't now. But we need to win today. And hopefully he comes. Hopefully that just was. This is excites him even more, and he comes out even hotter or something. Hotter. You know, that would be great. And also,
he's going to need to carry him. He's going to need to carry him. You know
what this is this should be a learning tool for him that. We time it now, okay? We get pregnant so that we have the kid in November,
in the offseason,
and December. That's how we time things, okay? It's all about timing, Bryce.
Our baby making
It's all about timing. It's May. We're having kids. We're fucking in May. So have Kayla ready, all right? That's how we doing it.
That's it. So
let's go.
You got to have the calendar right next to on your nightstand.
It's real close. It's a close calendar. We're cutting it.
Nightstand.
April, May. Go
May.
to town.
I got to get out of there.
April, May.
I got to get out of there.
Once June 15th hits, we're cutting it too close.
We're out. We're wrapping it up again.
I'm out. Just going to play around the perimeter now.
Ring around the rosy.
I got no business being in there.
We're going to pull it back. Pull back.
Breathe.
Oh, shit.
Ralph, you get a crumb? I mean, you are one, but.
Nah, I don't have one.
All right. Just wanted to check. No, I was gonna go.
Hop in, Ralph.
I was gonna go with the fans, but you obviously went. So I'll go with the one that's always there, and it's AB. You know what I mean? Like,
it's amazing.
Like watching Hard Knocks and watching this stuff really play out. Like when Mike Mayock comes out and like literally calls you out on the carpet. You know what I mean? And says, "Listen, you got to be in or out. And I don't care either way, but I got 90 guys or 89 because you're not one of them, busting their tail waiting for you. Come on, bro." And it's like, no, I understand the helmets or whatever they are, right? I don't know. I haven't put on a helmet in a while. I have a big fat head. You know, helmets would probably hurt me too.
Listen, I mean,
I think it would be screaming.
Oh my God, the helmet and me would be screaming. It'd be like me in spandex.
I was about.
It'd be like me in spandex.
I thought I had a good take, and it Sweeps just got me. I'd say so. It'd be screaming.
So, like, I don't know, but, like, dude, it's not
Dude,
it's for your safety.
They're going through 40 helmets, okay? I'm sure they can find one that fits on your fucking head. Stop being a fucking prima donna diva. He doesn't want to play. That's what it is. He doesn't want to practice. He's a fucking
you should be able to face. I can imagine you'll be able to change the
They
mask
can change
yourself.
the-
That's what I'm saying.
they can
it's
change
just
the
for the
cage.
coconut part. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So that'll give you the vision. What's the big deal?
He's a crumb.
I understand. Like,
And, like,
you know,
again,
you don't
this
look
is,
cool. Whoa.
This is a completely different scenario if it's with Pittsburgh. Because you know the offense. You already have a rapport with Ben. Like, this is something that's not new to you. This is a brand new team. You have a quarterback that is either borderline good or bad. We don't know yet.
I'd say he's above average, but most quarterbacks should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, you don't know whether he's – and he needs time with supposedly the best wide receiver in football.
I would say
Especially
so.
before the year.
Listen, to me, like I said earlier, and like you're reiterating right now, when you come into a new spot, wouldn't you want to make a good – like if you got a new job, wouldn't you show up early? Wouldn't you be dressed nice? Wouldn't you want to make a good impression? He's done nothing. He's done none of that. What he's made is a shit impression. He's the guy that showed up 15 minutes late. He's wearing some bullshit. He smells like booze. He tells you to fuck off on his first day. He's been that guy.
Yeah.
And that's the guy that you want to run with? Like, I don't know. To me, I don't want to run with that guy.
No, I hear you. A couple before we get out, Chrome said he was at a bar and the band playing stopped mid-song and made the announcement about Andrew Luck. Brinkman's reiterating, how about these white Marlin uniforms? They're horrendous.
Awful. They're awful.
Kyle, these
it's all the white uniforms.
He was clearly safe. He was safe. And then he breaks in with the breaking news that we already knew. Case Keenum starting week 1.
Yep. Case.
So
I guess before we leave, your take on because he's crummish since we're in this category. He's always been a crumb to me, Dwight Howard. I know there's nothing left, but I mean, like, what are you gonna do? I mean, that's.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
It's a body. We'll see.
It is on. It should be on. At least there we go.
There we go.
There
We got a little Ralpho.
Jesus. But yeah, I mean,
Brother to ball
when
family.
they brought him in, they said that he met with 3 other players, which was JaVale, KCP, and Anthony Davis.
That's
and
quality.
even Anthony Davis
It's a
said
quality
that
group to meet with.
he was even asking Dwight Howard, "Where's your mind at?" Because we're not dealing with the bullshit no more. So, which is nice. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think he has any. He's
No,
got
no.
nothing.
He's
He's got nothing
begging
else
for
to fall.
help.
I was gonna say he's got nothing else to fall back on at
begging
this
for
point.
help.
Yeah.
So you would hope he'd be a
Yeah,
model,
I mean, to me,
model
this
citizen.
is his last ride. Like,
Yeah,
know,
that's
it's
you would
make or
hope
break
he'd be a
it.
model
How
citizen.
is
at this
JaVale
point.
McGee in that vetting process?
No,
People love JaVale.
Oh, no, I love JaVale.
No, but apparently JaVale's like a really good dude, though.
No,
that's what they say.
He does a lot of work outside.
He owns like a record company. He employs
lot
like a
of work,
ton of
like,
people.
And
they say like he's like
and they're going to be very similar.
Yeah.
They said go interview him.
JaVale's a bit of a.
At this point,
he might be a bit of an idiot on the court,
Oh,
but apparently
I
JaVale's
love
actually
him.
a really good
because
dude.
all they need him to do is rebound and play defense.
Yeah.
You know? So
No,
it's
you're
like,
right.
Hey, go talk to JaVale.
I think of JaVale.
No, I
I
understand,
think
yeah.
of running to the wrong court.
Oh, yeah.
And I love him because
Shaq
he's
to
a
the full.
Sixer.
Yeah.
I love him because he was a Sixer processor. He's always going to be me.
I love him. I love him when he needed a Oh, I thought Reese went yard for a second.
No,
I was
of
like, oh
course,
my
foul
god.
ball.
Oh, I love him when
A long fly ball.
I love him when he
Reese could fall
when he
into
threw
an
the
ocean and hit water.
he threw the ball off the backboard to get a rebound for a triple double. Didn't he do that one time? Him and Ricky Davis. Him and Ricky Davis.
Pretty Ricky.
Jaleel, what up, Jaleel? Checking in late, Jaleel Harris.
What up, Jaleel?
What up, Jaleel?
No, I mean, you're right, though. It is his last run.
Oh, yeah, definitely his last run.
You know. Oh. Nice and easy.
Why even swing at that pitch?
Imagine that. 0-2. It wasn't even a strike.
No, it was not.
It was never a strike.
It was definitely not a strike.
If you're going to swing,
You might as
gotta
well
hit
take it that way.
you gotta
Yeah,
hit
hit it
through the
that
four
way.
hole.
Yeah.
Hit it through the 4 hole and then try to fucking
Where the
survive,
shift
you know?
isn't.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Hit a ball where it's pitched.
I just don't understand. He has gotten so far away from himself.
The only positive right now.
Is that a gold belt?
It is. He is rocking a gold belt. Kingery has one too.
Does that go with the black jersey?
The only positive is he's so cold right now that there's only one way to go.
Can't get any worse.
So if
you
he
would
gets
think that,
hot,
but
with Real Muto somewhat simmering.
He's
But
been
he
at
is
rock.
getting worse.
He's been at rock bottom
I'm trying to help
a few
Reese
weeks
out.
now. He seems to be burrowing.
He's the fucking mayor of Rock Bottom.
I'm trying to help Reese out here.
He's just fucking hanging
Because
out
I'm ready
down
to
there
kill him. I'm ready to kill him.
You know, they fucking honor him down there, and he's like a big thing down there at fucking Rock Bottom. So
Yeah.
you don't want to leave.
Him and SpongeBob.
Oh, God.
All right, let's get out of here.
Is that Anderson?
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. He must have
got
did
it.
break it. The hamite bone? Is that what they call that? Thank you guys for checking in.
I think it is. That's what that's called.
Hamlet
That,
or
right?
something?
That's what's it called, broke too.
Appreciate
Ruined
you.
my season.
A nooner.
Joey Gallo.
Fernandez.
Nothing
Joey
better
Gallo.
Nothing better than a nooner.
A nooner.
Great to
But
see
no,
Ralphie over there.
Thanks, everyone, for checking in. We love you guys. You guys drive it.
Stretching for his cannonballs. He's getting ready over
He's
there.
getting ready.
He's getting ready.
Watch out.
Ready.
Watch out,
Ready.
bro. I can see Ralph over here. He's been getting ready. He's been putting suntan lotion on and stuff.
He's got the white nose.
Cromer, he's over there doing this.
Talking about he's going to beat you in a breaststroke.
Water's warm. Jump on in.
Water's warm.
You know, we got shows all week. Check us out. We're everywhere. The show's brought to you by Specialized Physical Therapy, Dr. Paul
Tommy
Vidal.
will be home this week.
Tommy's home sometime
At
this
some
week.
point, he'll be
Because
home.
I'm leaving Florida on Wednesday, so he's got to be home at some point.
Look at you.
Uh-oh, we got trading places?
It's going to be at high five. We might never talk. It's going to be a high five. Flight's at 6 a.m. on Wednesday, so we're out. But you can
Enjoy
find
yourself.
What are you doing?
Enjoy yourself.
nothing. Going to Florida to relax.
Okay.
There you go.
Where you
Specialized
staying?
Fit, my parents' house in Orlando.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, easy vacation.
Nice.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Specialized Physical Therapy. You can find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Also, Gibson Mayer. You can find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. For Nikki Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, LaRalpho Ball, Greg Milakovic. Have a great Sunday, everybody.
By the way, next week we got the NFL. It's going to be our NFL episode next week.
Yes.
We're going to do all NFL. Heavy NFL talk next week. We're breaking down who's our division winners, who's our NFC and AFC winners, who's our Super Bowl winner, how good do we think the Eagles are going to be. We're breaking everything down.
You're gonna have to call him?
Call in.
Greg's calling in.
From the beach. Boom. See ya.